Yo, what's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hopefully, you guys are doing good. Hopefully, you guys had an amazing weekend. And let's get this started. All right, now, as you start into the stream today, guys, before we actually get into the trades, I'm sure you guys have seen the title and everything and the changes that we're trying to make into our trading. So I kind of want to quickly explain that if I even have time. But yeah, let me close my door real quick. One second. Okay, so first and foremost, hopefully you guys are having an amazing weekend. All right, now, so the thing that I wanted to do going forward with our going forward with our trades, the trades that I learned, the trades that I take on stream and everything, is you guys know typically I size sometimes pretty heavy, sometimes pretty light, sometimes pretty decent. It depends on my mood and how I'm trading the markets. And obviously, if I'm sizing heavier than a lot of you guys can. Wait, you guys can hear me? Yes, making sure. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Making sure. But yeah, anyways, so pretty much what I want to do is instead of going based off my sizing and you guys following me and everything, the problem with that is that when you guys follow my sizing, a lot of your guys' accounts and your buffers, if the trade has like one slight pullback, like let's say for example, it has a 30-point pullback, and you guys are following my sizing, I won't get stopped out because I don't have a daily loss limit, but you might get stopped out of the trade, even though the trade never hit the stop loss. Your account will just automatically close the trade and lock you off for the whole day, mainly because of that pullback, depending on the sizing that you guys are doing, right? And obviously, you guys can argue and be like, "Oh, but David, just they can manage their own risk." But the problem is that you guys are here to follow me, and a lot of you guys are beginners, and you guys probably just don't know how to manage your own risk. So this is probably not something I'm going to be doing forever, because obviously I'm probably going to be leaving a lot of money on the table. But it's something I definitely want to do for now, so you guys can at least get the rhythm of it. Right. So what I'm gonna be doing before we take any trade, hopefully we have enough time as we plan out the trade and everything. But what I want to start doing, guys, is I actually want, before I take every trade, I'm gonna be going based off the risk of every single one of your guys' account. So what does that mean? Well, before we take every trade, first and foremost, I'm gonna be sizing based off 50K accounts, right? So if a 50K account has a $1,000 daily loss limit, I'm going to be sizing based off that and what I would do if I had a fresh account. So you guys can follow me around and, just do the same thing as what I'm doing, because I'm sure most of you guys in here use 50K accounts either way, right? But what I'm going to be doing is, I know some of you guys maybe use 25K accounts, 100K accounts, 150K accounts, or whatever you're using, right? What I'm going to be doing before we take every trade is, obviously, before we take every trade, we know what our stop loss is going to be, or in the area, right? Sometimes it's a little bit more, a little bit less, something like that, right? So what I'm gonna be doing for now is, behind every trade, I'm gonna be telling you guys what you should be risking. Typically, what I'm gonna tell you guys is, for my trades, the way that I manage my risk, or the way I would manage my risk if I had a daily loss limit and your guys' buffer, is, obviously you guys know, no matter how good the setup is, sometimes the setup just simply won't work the first time. Sometimes the market just maybe wants to pull back right as you enter, or shit happens, right? So the way I would go about risking, and this is, I'm gonna let you guys decide on this one, is you should be able to afford 2 to 3 losses a day with your daily loss limit. 2 to 3. All right, guys. Once again, 2 to 3 losses a day. Right. So what does this mean exactly? Well, let's say, for example, right, since I'm going to be doing this whole new risk thing with my accounts, so you guys can follow and get the same results as me with your same account and the same buffer. What I'm going to be doing is, since I'm going to be going based off a 50K end of day account, which has a $1,000 daily loss limit, is I'm going to be what's it called? Actually, I have to put out that I'm live on YouTube real quick, guys. One sec. But what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be trying to size so you guys can be able to afford at least 2 losses a day. All right. So what exactly would this mean? What does this mean exactly? Well, it's pretty common sense, right? Obviously, I'm gonna be sizing for half of the loss of the daily loss limit. So behind every trade, I'm gonna be risking, or I'm gonna be trying to risk, depending on the setup, about $300 to $500 on the trade, no more. All right, guys. And I feel like this can help a lot of you guys out. And obviously, if you have a 25K account with the $500 daily loss limit, obviously it could be a little different. But obviously, that's why I'm going to be guiding you guys, through it, right? So yeah, we're gonna be doing it like that, or at least we're gonna be trying it. Hopefully, this helps a lot of you guys. I feel like it really will, because obviously it's one thing telling you guys, oh guys, obviously just size light, don't be stupid. But there's more to it, because maybe you guys don't know what sizing light is. You guys don't know how to risk. You guys maybe don't know how to trail out of the trade, or move your stop loss, or when to get out of the trade. You know what I mean? Things like that. You know what I mean? So so yeah. Now I'm seeing a lot of you guys are still having a lot of issues with the audio. Let me see. Should I restart my stream? No. 'Cause I'm seeing some people can't hear. I can't believe you have to be spooting. Well, to be fair, that's what you guys are paying me for. That's what you guys hear in. So yeah, I mean, I'm a mentor. I'm here to teach you guys. I'm here to guide you guys and all that stuff behind the market. So it's like I feel like it's the best thing I could do, because once again, even okay, let's say for example, I want to be super selfish, and I'm gonna be like, okay, guys, obviously the trades are winning. I'm seeing profits. Why are you not? Why are you guys not seeing profits? That doesn't really change anything. You know what I mean? At least to me. If I don't make a change, even though the trades have been hitting really, really good, and you guys are kind of struggling to kind of catch them due to that daily loss limit, if I don't change anything, it's only gonna harm me more. Even though the trades are technically still winning, it's gonna harm me because you guys aren't growing as a trader. You guys aren't learning. You guys aren't seeing progress. So what does that mean to me? Well, it makes kind of my work, even though I'm giving out quality trades, it still makes my work not look kind of as credible, because obviously I'm not really getting results to show others of what we're doing in the community. You know what I mean? So it's just a change that has to happen. And you might be wondering, well, how are you going to make money out of it since you're going to be risking the bare minimum? Don't you have a buffer? Shouldn't you be sizing for more? And the answer to that, I kind of thought about it over the weekend, and I'm kind of just going to be choosing to just trade on 20 accounts all at once instead of just doing 10. And maybe when I request payouts, because you guys know with the legacy accounts, the whole reason why I do 10 accounts in the first place is because okay, first of all, my job is to stream my trades daily, right? So the problem when requesting payouts with Apex, at least with the legacy accounts, not with the new ones, with the legacy accounts, is when you request, you have to go through this whole process of getting your payout reviewed, getting it approved, and then getting it sent out. And in that process, you can trade, but you shouldn't. Because the problem is because if you trade on these accounts while you send out a payout and it has not been reviewed, in the very unfortunate case where you maybe go on a tilt and blow your account or lose some money on that account, whenever they're reviewing your payout, if you don't have the money that you sent or that you had when you sent the payout in the first place, they're going to deny the payout because they're going to be like, yo, what are you requesting? There's nothing on that account, right? So that's kind of why I go 10 on 10. So when I request on 10 accounts, I can still stream every day, and I can still catch the market every day with another 10 accounts that aren't being reviewed, if that makes sense. Right? So yeah. Anyways, let me catch up with the YouTube here. And then the thing is, for my people that can't hear, bro, I want to restart the stream, but there's so many people online already that I kind of can't. But yeah, anyways, so now that I kind of got that out of the way and you guys kind of get the idea, I really, really hope that you guys are kind of rocking with the idea. Like I said, I feel like it's gonna help a lot of people. And you guys don't have to worry about doing any math or anything behind the trades. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna do it all for you on stream. So like I said, right now, I mean, the market is kind of chopping up at open. It's not really moving at all. So that's kind of unfortunate. Hopefully we gotta move soon because I do have some setups nearby, mainly to the downside, but we can also get something to the upside as well. But pretty much what I'm going to be doing, once again, guys, just like a quick rundown so you guys get an understanding of what, to expect. Let's say, for example, right, in this given case, right, the market starts dumping. We take out 778 and we're holding below it with a lot of selling pressure. And we're pretty interested in a 5-minute inverse into the London low at 662. What I'm going to be telling you guys is, remember, when you guys see me sizing, right? If you guys look at the right-hand side of the screen, obviously you guys know I always show my P&L, I always show my daily P&L and all that stuff, right? So when I'm going to be entering the trade, every single trade that I take, the sizing is going to be based off a 50K account. All right, so to be honest, you're probably not going to see anything more than 7 contracts max. And even then, 7 contracts when you have a daily loss limit is kind of a lot. So you're probably going to see me trading like 5 contracts, right? That's a contract that I suggest. Why do I suggest that? Well, let's do some math, right? And don't worry, I'll do the hard part for you guys. All right, so let's say, for example, right? We're going to be risking, let's say with this trade, we want to be risking about 45 points behind the trade. Right, so what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna put up this website on the screen, which by the way, I'm working on something in terms of risk, but that's gonna take a while to create. Right, but anyways, so I'm gonna be pulling up this website. Let's say, for example, you have a 25K account with a $500 daily loss limit. What is it? What exactly does it mean? Well, if we're gonna be sizing, let's say, for example, with a 45-point stop loss, what we're gonna be doing is putting this, right, 45-point stop loss, and we're just gonna see what the half of that daily loss limit is gonna be. So if you're trading with a 25K account, at least on a PA account, maybe on an EVA, you can size slightly heavier, but that's up to you if you want to follow along or just do your own thing, right? So what we're going to be doing is, for example, on a 25K account, if we're going to be doing a 45-point risk, assuming that we're going to be taking a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio trade, you would want to be sizing for a $250 risk. Remember, the reason why we're going to be doing half of the daily loss limit per trade is because you guys want to be able to afford at least 2 trades a day. All right. Why do I say 2 trades a day and not just 1? Right? Shouldn't it just be a 1 and done type of day? Yeah, if you get a winning trade. Right? But we're not going to be doing that right now. And the reason I say that is because, guys, remember, the market isn't perfect. No matter how good the setup looks, sometimes it will just be very, very messy. Take last week, for example. How many setups did we have that we took, it hit the stop loss, and then it played out 5 minutes later? That happens a lot. Right? That's how the market is. The market is just filled with uncertainty. Right? So you don't want to be taking a trade on your account. It's such a good setup. You take it, the market has a pullback, it stops you out, it locks you out, and then it runs back up and you can't even re-enter. So that's why I'm telling you guys, give yourself room for at least 2 trades a day. It could be 3 if you want to risk the bare minimum, but I would say 2. 2 should be enough. Right? So if you want to do 2, you want to be risking about 250 per trade on a 25K account. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting 3 micros, and that should be 250. Yeah, 270, 250, same thing. Right? So if you're going to be trading with a 45-point stop loss on a 25K account, you should be risking at least 3 micros on the trade. Right? So this will give you room for 2 losses on the day, which honestly, any more than 2 losses should be enough for you to call it. All right, guys, can you explain 50Ks? Of course. Guys, remember, like I said, I'm going to be sizing myself off 50Ks. So if anything, I don't even have to do the math based off 50Ks because I'm going to be risking that on stream, like with my screen share. You know what I mean? So you could just follow along with what I'm sizing and then just get the same results on the 50K account. But let's just say, right, 50K account, we're going to be risking, we should be risking $500 per trade, right? Which is actually a really, really good amount because that can, if we get a 1-to-1 risk reward, we're going to be making a buttload of money, right? With a 1-to-1, if you're risking 500, we want to be making about $500 on the trade, right? So for $500, you could do, I want to say 5. You could do 5 to 6. Well, I think if you do 5, it'll be exactly 500. No, remember, we don't want to under risk too. We can, because obviously that's less money to risk as well, but that's also less money that you're going to be making, right? But yeah. Yo, how much are we going down today, Blast? Dude, I want the markets to sell off, bro. I have some setups, but the market isn't really moving, bro. But yeah, so guys, so for your 50K account, we could do, if you want to make a good amount of money and obviously make some progress, I would say, honestly, we could do 6 micros. And if we hit a price target, we can even scale out 5 and just hold 1 micro if you guys want to. But that depends on the trade, right? Every trade, 450 is pretty chill. Honestly, yeah, 450 can work. 5 micros, 5 to 6 micros shouldn't be bad. Now, obviously, we can vary this depending on how good the setup looks. Let's say, for example, I don't know if you guys remember the trade on Thursday. I told you guys a million times, I'm confident we go down. I'm confident we go down to the Asia low. If I'm that confident in a trade, I'm going to be doing 6 micros because I'm pretty confident that the market's going to go down. Why not put my money where my mouth is? You know what I mean? But if it's like a regular trade where the market volume is low, iffy, like today, for example, right? The volume today is kind of iffy. It's not really pumping, but not really dumping. It's kind of it's normal, it's chill. Nothing crazy, right? In this scenario, we could do 5 micros, Pretty chill, right? And let's say, for example, you have a 150K account, you can risk. With a 150K account, you should be risking 10 because a 150K account has a 2K daily loss limit. So you should be risking about $1,000 per trade. So with that, you could do no. Yeah, you could do 10 micros. 10 micros on a 150K account, you risk $900 per trade. You're pretty chill. You know what I mean? So yeah. So hopefully you guys are rocking with this idea. Like I said, now when it comes to actually alerting the trade, obviously you guys know sometimes when I alert my trades, the market moves so fast that I'm all over the place and I have to rush to alert. But what I wanted to do is, as I'm typing on my entries, price target, and stop loss and everything, under that alert, I want to put, hey, if you have a 25K account, size 3 micros. If you have a 50K account, do 6 micros on this trade. If you have a 150K account, do 10 on this trade. You know what I mean? Kind of something like this. So look, the way that I type on my alerts, guys, look, like this. Look, check this out, guys. So, wait, hold on. Actually, let me put out an alert real quick. So I put this out at 36. Okay, one sec, guys. One sec. One sec, guys. There you go. Okay. Anyways, so the way I type on my alerts, for those that don't know, for the Discord, is I always say, okay, let's say, for example, the market's pumping. We're going to be looking for NQ longs at, I just pre-type it. Price target, boom. The price target will be, let's say, for example, 27,924, 27,951, and 27,965. Right? Those will be the price targets. Right? Then we have the stop loss that I type out. Let's say, for example, the stop loss will be, for example, just an example, like 400, right? 400. What I want to do below this, guys, look, for example, like this, right? You see when I type on my alerts, you guys see entering NQ shorts, price target, stop loss, right? And then at premium. So under the stop loss, what I want to put is, let's say, for example, 25K. I could just put like 25K 3 micros, 50K 6 micros, and 150K 10 micros. I feel like that could be pretty good. What do you guys think? Or should I just alert the trade regularly and I just tell you guys what the size on stream? Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like it's gonna take a few more seconds for me to type up the alert. So maybe I'm sometimes, depending on how the market is moving, I might put out a delayed alert. This is good. Well, I'm seeing more positive, like this. Minis are no. It's the opposite. Micros are smarter than minis. I remember 1 micro or 10 micros is 1 mini. Base it off the 50. Well, I did a poll and I got like well over 100 like votes, and like a good 90% of you guys do 50K accounts. So honestly, I could just base it off the 50Ks and not much more, but just in case, you never know. We can do the math. I mean, if you guys want to do the math behind the 25Ks and 50Ks, you can. Or if you're just not sure, you can always just ask me in the chat before we take the trade. But yeah. So once again, guys, pretty much the whole purpose of what I'm doing right here is think about it as a payout challenge, right? It pretty much is a payout challenge, just without me getting a new account and having to do the whole process again. It pretty much is that. I mean, if you really think about it, what's a payout challenge? A brand new account, new risk, new sizing, new trailing points, new stop loss. What are we doing right now? New risk, new sizing, new stop loss, new trailing points, right? It's the whole thing, just without the whole account thing. So all you guys have to do is, if you guys want to see the results and follow and everything, and maybe get a payout when I get a payout and we all get a payout together, just follow the same sizing. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, if you want to do you and hold the trade for longer or have your own stop loss or whatever, obviously you're going to get different results. That part I really can't control because it's your account, not mine. And, I can only do so much. But I feel like this can help a lot of people out, when we're catching the trades. Because once again, like the worst feeling ever is me giving out a good trade, knowing that you guys made money. I look at the chat and a lot of you guys, or a good handful of you guys, weren't able to capitalize on the trade because of the daily loss limit or whatever the case may be. I mean, that part is annoying because once again, you guys know me. I want you guys to be succeeding alongside me. I always say that, and I'll always stand by that. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is like the last thing I could possibly do. Like, you guys know, I have done everything in my power to help you, to allow you guys to follow me. I screen share. I do this on stream every single day, even though sometimes I don't want to. I share my P&L. I share everything, everything possible, and a lot of traders don't do that. But obviously, some people still aren't able to get you know, a grasp of it. So this is literally the last thing I could do. Like I'm lowering my size. I'm managing my risk differently and everything for you guys. If I still see people complaining, bro, honestly, well, it probably is, trading isn't for you. Because I'm doing all this and like holding everyone's hand, through the sizing, the risk, telling you guys when to enter, sharing my P&L, showing on screen and everything, and you still can't get it, bro, then I just don't know what to say. You know what I mean? But yeah, I really hope this really helps a lot of you guys out and really changes, you know, the whole thing for you guys. What about for new accounts? Isn't 6 micros too much if you don't have enough to lose yet? No. We just did the math. Remember, on a brand new 50K account, let's say, for example, right, a 50K account, the daily loss limit is $1,000. If you're risking 6 micros per trade with a 45-point stop loss, you're risking about $450 per trade. So even if you take 2 losses, you could still technically take a third trade for the day. You know what I mean? So it's not really a lot. If anything, you could probably even dude, you could, well, no, I'm thinking about 5. If you do 6, you're going to be risking 550 per trade, which is still enough. It should be enough. You know what I mean? So yeah, hopefully this really helps you guys out. And yeah. Anyways, so once again, guys, so we have been talking for about 20 minutes now, and we haven't really looked at the markets at all. Like, I have not talked about the charts whatsoever. So let's get into the charts a little bit. I mean, to be fair, there's not much happening. I mean, we did take out a double top up here at 881, which is not a London high. It's actually an internal. We took it out. We're trying to get a reaction from it, but today's market open is not good at all. I mean, we're not really moving at all. So let me double check if we have news today. We don't. That's why. Okay. Do we have news at all this week? Okay, this week, obviously Monday, no news, which is probably why we're not moving right now. Tuesday, we have PMI tomorrow at 10 in the morning. Doesn't really do anything crazy, to be honest. Wednesday, we have no news. Thursday, we have no news. And Friday, we have NFP. Well, I don't really trade Fridays, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so for the days that we're going to be trading this week, we technically have no news at all other than Tuesday, which doesn't really move the markets other than just like a little quick pump or dump. So yeah, not too bad. Now, one thing I will say, guys, is now with this whole risk management thing that we're gonna be doing, guys, I'm gonna be basing my risk based off the rules from Apex, because I know some accounts, maybe if you're on Take Profit Trader or Lucid or what's another prop firm, name another one, Tradify, what's another one, MFF, Top Step, every other funded account or funded prop firm has their own rules with their own daily loss limits if they even have one, or an end of day drawdown. But guys, I'm gonna be going based off Apex. You guys know I'm mainly an Apex trader. I've always used Apex, and everything is the one that I suggest always getting. Which, by the way, guys, I'm pretty sure the 90% off discount ends in like 3 days. So I think it ends like on Wednesday or Thursday. So if you guys do want to stack up on some accounts before NFP comes out, or have some accounts ready for this week so we can all trade them together with the whole new risk thing that I'm doing, you guys can get some accounts for 90% off if you guys want to use code Blastways. All right, if you guys want to support me or anyone else, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, just so you guys know that accounts are 90% off, right? So yeah, once again, the whole risk thing that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be basing it all off of the Apex rules. All right, so Apex, remember, 25K accounts on Apex have a $500 daily loss limit. The 50K accounts have a $1,000 daily loss limit. The 100K accounts have a 1.5K daily loss limit, and the 150K accounts have a 2K daily loss limit. All right, so all of the sizing, all of the rules, and everything that I put out on stream will be based off Apex. So double check with your prop firm. Make sure that you guys can afford the risk that we're going to be doing, just so you guys can also follow along, because some accounts maybe have a less of a daily loss limit and you get locked out as the trade is playing out. So you guys don't want that to happen. All right, so make sure of that. All right, guys. The Apex is strict anyway, so yeah, I will say, yeah, Apex rules are a little bit more strict than others. So if you guys have no issue passing Apex accounts and getting payouts, honestly, getting payouts to other firms should be a piece of cake, to be honest. Because Apex is like, they're strict, but they pay pretty good. All right, because obviously the whole copy trading thing with all accounts. But yeah. Anyways, guys, so far it's still a choppy market. Honestly, if you don't move, I mean, we can always come back later. I'm not saying no. Wait, before you guys get off, hold on. I'm not saying we're gonna get off. I'm not saying we're not gonna get a trade, but if we don't get anything now, we don't have to force it. You know what I mean? If we give the market like another like good 30, 40, maybe an hour, 30 minutes to an hour, and we don't get any moves, we can always come back later. We don't have to force anything, especially with the whole new risk thing. We don't want to be throwing money away. All right, guys. So yeah. All right. But yeah, so far, I mean, to be fair, to be honest, in terms of setups, we had a setup here, not much really happening other than pure chop. We have a huge 5 and 15-minute bullish rally gap here from the open on Friday last week, which I didn't trade. Um, then what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? We have a 5-minute gap here, which we can probably use. Well, we're probably not gonna see it this morning. I mean, we're not really moving. Um, I don't think this is a gap here. It's probably like a 30-point candle at most. Yep, 35 points on a gap. And then other than this decent candle, there's nothing up here other than all-time highs. So yeah, I'm really hoping we see some downside today. Even if it's during the PM session, I'll be fine with that. But I don't want to trade to the upside. Oh, I would want to trade to the upside, just not form a setup up here because we're just not gonna have room for anything. Let me see. I won't be able to do this journey if we don't get morning trades. The problem is, remember, guys, I don't control the markets. You know what I mean? I don't control the markets. I don't control when the trades come out. It's just whenever we have a setup and it plays out, I'm here to take it. You know what I mean? I don't control that. You know. Plus, if you're prescribing, is that what I said? Prescribing 5 contracts for a 50K. Then how are you gonna get the third trade with a 1K daily loss limit? The thing is, I'm probably not. I'm probably gonna stop doing 3 trades a day. Because, bro, let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Because I read the chat. Okay, in those days, in those very, very annoying days where we take 2 losses in the morning, right? You guys know those days, right? Obviously, let's say, for example, we get a setup, the market's a little bit choppy. We try out the setup, the first entry doesn't work. We go back to the re-entry, we take it again, and it doesn't work because of the chop, right? Then we come back later during the PM session, and obviously the market has cooled down. It found the trend, it found the setup, it found everything. I see another setup. I take a third trade. I look at the chat, and no one's in it, right? So to be honest, bro, even if I want to personally take a third trade for the day, most of you guys aren't going to catch it because with 2 losses, you probably already got locked out no matter what you're risking. Unless you're risking 1 micro per trade, then sure. But no one's doing that. You know what I mean? So to be honest, bro, I'm probably gonna be way more strict on 0 for 2 on the day, and you just call it no matter what. Can you trade gold? Yes, you can trade gold on Apex now. They resumed it last week. But yeah. So I'm gonna be strict on 2 trades a day, no more, no less, no matter what setup we have, no matter even if the market is gonna be guaranteed going up, we're not gonna take it. All right. If we're 0 for 2, we're done. I remember, guys, we're trying to practice risk management here. We're trying to see results, right? These results do not come overnight, so stop full porting. All right. Um, so so yeah. So once again, we're gonna take a slow process. We're gonna take the slow route, but the slow route sees more progress. All right. So we're just gonna stick to that and just go based off that. All right. Obviously, if you choose to follow, everyone has their own accounts. If you guys want to risk more on the trade, by all means, go ahead. Right? Obviously, that's out of my control. But I'm gonna be preaching better risk management for you guys. All right. I feel like it's gonna help a lot of you guys, and it's the best thing I could do, for the community. You know what I mean, but yeah. Anyways, let me look back at the chart because I have not fixed my ES chart at all. So I mean, not that it's really important today. I mean, we're not really doing anything at all. But let me just quickly fix this up real quick. Have my levels just in case the market maybe starts moving, out of nowhere. Because right now this thing is pretty choppy. No trend, no breakout, no volume today. Not much really happening. ES is stuck in this huge 15-minute bearish rally gap. I don't really think that's really affecting anything because I mean the market's not really reacting off of it. It's just chopping inside of it. Let me mark out the 5-minute. I'll just look way cleaner. There you go. And then let me mark out the lows real quick. So I'll mark out this low right here. This low's the same low right there. So we can just expect that. Let me see. Are you gonna be looking to inverse the gap that we're looking to? Oh, I mean, I'm down. If we see the market sell off after we took out this high up here, or maybe a little bit more to the upside, we can look to inverse this 5 minute gap down here. Or I was gonna say you can inverse this one here, but there's no point because your price target is gonna be very, very bad. You're gonna have a 24, 25, 23 point price target, which if you want, yeah, take it. But you're gonna be taking shorts off a DOL sweep fair value gap with a, it doesn't make sense. I would much rather have the market sell off. We break and hold below 778. We get a little bit more selling pressure to make sure sellers are there. And then we inverse this 5 minute right over here. You might be wondering, David, how the hell are you going to inverse this 5 minute if there's a price target right around the corner? Yes, it looks very close, but it's actually not. Because if you measure the entry to the price target, it's actually a 55 point price target, which is actually really, really good. Right now, you might also be wondering, David, why the hell are you going to be entering shorts inside of a huge 15-minute bearish fair value gap, or bullish fair value gap, not bearish. Hold on one second, guys. Bullish fair value gap. Well, for those that don't know, most of this gap already got filled, right? So whatever imbalance we have here, it doesn't really count until we see the actual gap that hasn't been filled right down here. So what's left of the gap is what we have to worry about, which is actually going to be our price target, right? So we can look for shorts off this 5 minute right over here if we get selling pressure sometime today. I mean, I don't know when because the market's not really moving, but eventually, right? Eventually we can look for something there. But yeah. Now, if we want to take longs, we can also take longs from this 5 minute over here. I know I said I didn't want to inverse it, but that does not mean that the gap is not valid. And the reason I'm saying that is because the gap is still there, right? Obviously, we still have a space here. But what we can do is if we get a retracement into this low here, or maybe even this low here, and still respect this fair value gap in terms of not inversing it and not filling it all the way, and we get a bounce, we can probably just look for a 40-point bounce and trade it back into all-time highs. So that can look for something that can look like something like this, where we trade into this low right here, for example, or maybe even this one. We bounce up 40 points. We find our entry right here, and then we just trade it back into the high up here, which will be at the high up here. This one, and all-time highs. We could probably look for something like that if we want longs. But for the most part, if the market wants to pump up to the upside with no pullback at all today, guys, I'm going to be a little bit worried, just mainly because obviously we don't really have much of a setup to the upside or anywhere up here. So if the market wants to pump up, we can't really take a retracement because there's no volume. We probably won't form a fair value gap anytime soon because, once again, there's no volume. So we kind of have to work with what we have from the overnight session. And, that's going to be a little bit of a problem because, everything is to the downside, right? So if the market does not sell off this morning or today at all, we're going to have to watch the markets pump up without us. And you guys know I don't really trade above all-time highs, so I won't be interested in anything else. So we need to form a setup here. But if we form a setup here, we're going to take out this level of liquidity. Or if we pump up a little bit higher, we're going to be near all-time highs. So even if we do get a retracement, the price target is going to be a little bit bad. So our only hope for today, guys, is really, really dump into the 700s, the high 700, like 800, 750, around there, or 770. And then we can start forming our setups, whether we want an inverse, a retracement model, or whatever. But for now, first things first, the most important part, the market isn't moving. So no matter what setup we have, we probably shouldn't even take it because, once again, it's very choppy unless the market starts moving. Right, so for now, it's kind of wait. I'm going to give the market maybe until like 10:30, 10:40 before I call it a morning session. Maybe come back later if the market picks up. But for now, it's just been a pretty slow Monday. All right. But yeah, and once again, guys, don't forget the Apex 90% off discount is going to be ending in 3 days. So once again, if you guys want to have some accounts for this week, we're going to be trading every single day. We're going to be trading together. If you guys want to follow along and maybe pass your accounts to get some payouts, feel free to stack up on some accounts. All right, with the 90% off discount. Remember, it ends in 3 days. So on Wednesday, Thursday, one of those two. All right, guys. But yeah, and remember, NFP is on Friday. Once again, I don't really trade those big news, nor do I trade on Fridays. But if you guys want to trade it, you can always have some accounts on standby for that. Not that NFP. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Lately, CPI, NFP, and FOMC have been completely horrible to trade. So to be honest, I probably don't even suggest trading NFP. David, I'm up 9. Bro, come on now, bro. Of course you should call it a day, bro. I don't even know how you're up 973 on this in this market, bro. But take it, bro. Yeah, take it. Yeah, I do not know what you, bro. You probably full ported like one of these candles here, but don't do it again, bro. Take your profits and run. Oh, you traded last night? Okay. That's much better. Okay, but yeah. But yeah, has anyone noticed that FOMC lately has been literally horrible? Like FOMC, CPI, like they just don't move. They don't move as what they were before. Because, guys, like a year ago, bro, CPI would be the biggest candle of the month. We're talking 200, 300 points in one 5-minute candle. Now we can barely even cross a 50-point candle across the entire CPI. Yeah, like now it's trash, bro. Like it's not worth even waking up for. FOMC doesn't move. Like everything is priced in. The market's already expecting everything. CPI doesn't move. Everything's priced in. And NFP, it's like nothing happens. Bro, come on now, bro. You are not up 4K per account, bro. Come on now. Isn't Powell gone? Dude, we hear Powell is gone every month. So, dude, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't even know myself. It's gotten to that point. You know what I mean? That's how the whole Trump thing is. But yeah. Did I hear Apex resume trading on gold? Yes, they did. A lot of prop firms actually recently resumed trading on silver, just any metal, silver, gold, and all that stuff. So yeah, if you guys, I mean, I'm pretty sure they just waited for gold to kind of settle down on the volume because I guess a lot of people were making a lot of money on those PA accounts and they just paused it. But now that gold is back to moving, honestly, gold is still probably moving really, really nice right now. I mean, I don't trade gold, so I don't know what nice volume looks like, but it's definitely moving a lot less calm than what it was before. So I guess that's kind of why it's more resumed right now. But yeah, and gold has been on a pretty steady downtrend recently. Sheesh. I've always considered trading gold, but I've never really I never really tried it. Just tried it. It won't let me. It should let you. It is resumed. I mean, let me double check for you. One sec. Let me see. It should be resumed. Let me see. Let me see. This is the 90% off. Notice board right here. Rhythmic. Uh, hold on. What? No. We've upgraded our support. Okay. Rhythmic. Wait. Where did they put? I know I saw it somewhere. Hold on. I saw that they resumed gold trading. Unless that was another prop firm. Maybe it was Top Step? I need you guys to let me know. Because maybe I'm just like I know I saw, unless they deleted it. Rhythmic update, trade evade, they lost limit. Huh. I know I saw it somewhere. I know that gold was resumed. Did you watch the charts for dumb? I have two monitors, bro. I was looking. I'm pretty, yeah, it's almost like gold is good. So they're trading it. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's back. David, the P has been so tough lately. I know, bro. I know. But bro, that's just how it is, man. You know, some weeks are rough. Some weeks are really clean. Hopefully, this week is a clean week, but we're gonna find out. So far, it's been pretty choppy, but it doesn't really matter because we're not in a trade. So, you know, obviously, we'll just stay patient until the market actually picks up in its volume and gives us a really good setup. Let me see. Let me catch up on my YouTube chat, bro. I had to join YouTube. I had to join on YouTube because Discord is tripping really bad. Is anyone having problems with Discord? For the most part, not really. I mean, some people had like a few people, like 5 people at least, out of like 425. They had a little bit of connections issues with the voice, but I think that was on their end. That wasn't on my end. If you buy an account on Wednesday and pass your account on Thursday during NFP, do you still get the discount to activate the PA account? No. No, you don't. If the discount ends, then the PA discount ends. But what you could do is, what I tell people is, Apex, let's be honest here, Apex does a discount like every other day. So if you pass your, let's say for example, you pass your account after the discount ends, what you can do if you want to save the extra money is just wait for a new discount to come up in like 2 or 3 days, and then just pay the activation fee then. Wait, actually, no, you can't. Well, you can, but you have a 48-hour limit to pay the PA fee. So you can wait 47 hours and maybe just pay on the last hour if you don't notice a discount come up. But that's really up to you. You know what I mean? That's if you want to save some money, you know. But it's completely up to you. You know what I mean? I thought it was 7 days. I don't know. With the new accounts, guys, is it 7 days or is it 48 hours? You waited a whole month to pay yours? I'm seeing 7 days. Back then, with the legacy accounts, it was you signed the documents and you could pay it whenever you want. You can even pay it a year later. You know what I mean? But now I'm seeing a lot of you guys are saying it's 7 days. So yeah, you can wait up to 7 days. Which, let's be honest here, Apex hasn't never really goes 7 days without a discount because obviously people only buy accounts due to their discounts. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? No one wants to be paying $300 for an account when their competitors have, $50 accounts. You know what I mean? So obviously that's why discount. Apex does those discounts for like $20, so they're ahead of their competitors in terms of pricing. So yeah, so I mean, you can always just wait for the PA discount to come up, and then you can always just take it. But some people don't want to wait and they just want to get straight into trading the PA account, and then you can do that as well. I mean, if you don't really care about paying extra. Now, guys, to be honest, the volume is picking up a little bit more here. I don't know if Trump said something or something. Some say here Trump tweets more than CPI. Yeah, still, he's killed the market completely, bro. Like, dude, this market is so much more different than the Biden market, bro. Like in the Biden market, guys, when we would see a candle more than 50 points, bro, like we'll be freaking out, bro. Now 50 points is like the new choppy market, bro. Anyways, let me see why the market is kind of picking up on this volume. Nothing actually. I'm not really seeing much come out. Okay. Is your Discord only premium? If you want live trading, yes, that's in the premium. But you don't have to be in the premium to take advantage of like the education. I put out some, I'm pretty active in the trading chat. I have some free videos that you can watch and learn from, all that good stuff. In terms of alerts and live trading and all that stuff, yes, that's all in the premium. But it's up to you if you want to join. Anyway, guys, we're pumping up a little bit here. We've pumped for sure more than 40 points. Yeah, 62 points. Can we make an imbalance here? Hopefully. And see, I tried with the internet. Okay, so look, if you guys are having or if you guys ever have Discord issues where you can't hear my voice in some streams, what you could do is if you guys are in my Discord, if you don't hear me in the live stream chat, just quickly join the live class chat, click join stage, and then click back in the live trading, and then join stage again. That should restart it. It works for some people. It doesn't work for everyone, but it's worth a shot. How many accounts do you have, David? I have 20. I have 20. We may be seeing upside now. I hope so, bro. I really do hope so. But because what we could do, bro, is if we create a bullish rally up here and we've already taken out majority of the levels of liquidity to the upside and we haven't taken anything out to the downside, we can kind of look for an inverse off this 5 minute if we create one. I mean, this candle closes in 1 minute, so hopefully we close it like up here in the 913 area. But we'll see, because right now, obviously, the market is still pretty choppy. We are picking up a little bit more volume, but not enough for it to tell us like, hey, take a trade. You know what I mean? So hopefully we form a setup here, because if we don't form a setup here, we're probably not going to get another pump candle for a very long time. So yeah, hopefully we form a setup now and not later, David, how do you manage your greed? Oh, dude, you got to learn that part the hard way, bro. Trust me, bro. Guys, you cannot get any greedier than me when I first started trading, bro. You really cannot get any greedier than me, bro. That's something that you have to learn the hard way. There's no practice. There's no journaling for greed. No, you have to be greedy, which everyone is greedy. Everyone always wants more, especially when the money comes in so easily in trading. And obviously, trading is hard. What I mean by easy is clicking a button and you could be up $400 in a blink of an eye. You know what I mean? That's pretty easy money compared to working like a job and working the whole day for half of the paycheck. You know what I mean? So yeah, greed can definitely be a pain in the ass at first. And in my opinion, the one and only way to learn how to get past greed is you have to lose it all. You have to lose it all a million times to the point where you're like, dude, I could be so successful right now if I just take profits when I should be taking profits and not want more. That's how you learn to get rid of greed. That's the one and only way, bro, in my opinion. There's no practice, there's no video, there's no book, there's no mentorship out there that will help you get rid of greed at all. But yeah, so far, guys, a little dump, a little pump, and the market's still choppy. After the premium, are the channels supposed to be locked? No. So you probably bought the premium, but you never linked your WAP. So what you do is go to WAP, which is where you bought the premium, right? So it's WHOP, log in, go to click on settings, click on profile, click on edit profile, click on connected applications, I think it says, or connected apps or connected accounts. Then link your Discord. And once you link your Discord, if you check back on Discord, you should have the premium channels. All right, bro. So yeah, hopefully that helps you. And if anything, bro, just always contact me on Discord. I'll always help you out instantly. But yeah. How many accounts have you blown? How many accounts have you blown? Bro, I don't even want to say it, bro. I really don't even want to say it. But remember, guys, for me, I when people say that they've blown like 400 accounts, yes, it sounds like a lot. It is a lot. But you guys gotta keep in mind, a lot of people copy trade. So sometimes when you blow one, you're probably blowing 20. You know what I mean? I I don't have to take partial option. There's no option to take partials. Taking partials is, let's say for example, right? You enter 10 micros long, right? And you want to sell 5. There's no button that says, hey, sell 5 partials. No, what you have to do is the same way the same way how you bought 10 accounts, you're gonna sell those. I mean, not accounts, contracts. You're gonna sell those contracts, but instead of selling 10, you sell 5. All right, and that's how you take partials out of the trade. How long did it take for you to become profitable? It took me about 2 years. I remember I always say this story. I remember I flipped my options account because you guys know I used to trade options. From red to green on the the P&L for for life, like the whole lifetime P&L. I flipped it from red to green the summer of me going into my senior year, and ever since then it's been kind of a process. You know what I mean? I started the Discord. We've been here. We've grown and everything. But yeah. Someone says here, when RP says to buy accounts from your first payout, how do you manage all of the accounts that you buy? What do you mean? Try to be a little bit more specific. What do you mean manage the accounts that you buy? Like how much money should you put into those accounts? Honestly, bro, I mean, when you guys request payouts, you should always be enjoying what's the saying? The fruits of your labor. Is that how you say it? I think so. Right? Obviously, enjoy some money. Right? Obviously, you went through all this stress. You busted your ass for this payout. All these days, all this dedication, all this discipline. You made money. Enjoy some of it, right? Maybe take out your girlfriend to a restaurant or go enjoy. I don't know. Go buy something. I don't know. Enjoy the money. You know what I mean? But don't enjoy all of it. Or well, you can. It's your money. But you should invest some of it back into some funded accounts because remember, right? If you get a payout, why not multiply it? Right? Why not buy more accounts? And if you can get one payout, why can't you get another one? You know what I mean? Someone said go to the strip club. You can also do that. You know what I mean? Why not? You know what I mean? But yeah, no. For me, the way that I did it is, hey, what's up, Princess? What's up? But the way that I did it was I got my first payout with 3 accounts actually. I got 3 accounts, then I bought more. I bought 2 more. I remember I got a payout with that. Then I bought 10. Then I bought 20. So for me, because remember, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. A lot of you guys in here coming to trading with a lot of money. Like a lot of you guys have money to spend, which is good, but let's not be stupid, right? Just because you have money does not mean you should be taking this route, right? Because a lot of new people, what they do is they get into trading, and the first thing they do is instantly buy 20 accounts without even knowing what a candle is. I mean, I always tell people, I'm like, bro, like, don't buy enough more than you can chew. Get used to the platform. Get one payout on like 1, 3, or 5 accounts. Something you can afford to lose. And then if you can get one payout and you feel like it was a pretty smooth process and you're confident enough to trade a little bit more, then you get more accounts. Right? That's the approach that I always suggest people. I mean, you don't want to be biting off more than you can chew because, bro, you're going to be out of the game before you even see any progress. You know what I mean? Because if you're buying 20 accounts at once as you're starting off and you have a budget for trading, you're going to blow that budget as you're learning in a few weeks. David, do you pay quarterly taxes? No, I don't. I pay end of the year. Hey, David, can you check? Can you stack? Oh yeah, I'll do that after the stream. I got you. I could have sworn your stop loss used to be like 25 points, but now I see it's at 45 points. You're completely right. Yes, I actually used to trade with a 25-point stop loss. What changed? Well, The first stop loss, 25 points, was during a Biden market, which I told you guys. In a Biden market, if you see a 150-point candle, it's like, oh, bro, something happened. Now, with the Trump market, a 50-point candle is known as a choppy candle. Like, if the candle's not 100 plus points, it's not a good candle. I mean, when before 100 plus points meant something happened. You know what I mean? Some change happened, right? But now that's the new normal. So what changed? Well, obviously before having a 25-point stop loss was very, very, very manageable. But now it's not. You have a 25-point stop loss in this market, and before you even enter the trade, you're gonna get stopped out. That's how much change the market had, right? And then I went from a 25-point stop loss to 30, to then 35, to then 45. Obviously, why do I keep raising it? Obviously, I'm not gonna I'm never gonna raise it more than 45 points unless I really have to in some certain trades. But the new normal won't be any more than 45 points because obviously that'll just be way too much, right? Even 45 points now is a little bit too much, right? But but yeah, bro. I mean, the markets change, bro, and the deeper we get into this whole Trump term, bro, the market just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. Yes, for long term, I'm not complaining. For long term, we're sitting way above all time highs, right? I mean, dude, look at the daily time frame. You cannot complain about this, especially if you're looking to retire or looking to make money off long term investments. You must love Trump. But for us day traders, I will admit, no bias, no nothing, no nothing. Trump has definitely made the markets very, very hard to maintain. Like day trading this market compared to Biden's, it's definitely been very hard. But you know, we're pushing through it. We're pushing through it. We have a few more years left. You know, we can go through it, right? But yeah. But yeah, once again, markets change, cycles change. Some markets will be very good for a 25-point stop loss. Some markets, not even a 60-point stop loss will save you. You know what I mean? Anyways, let me see. On YouTube, someone said here, happy birthday to me. Shout me out. Hey, happy birthday, princess. What is it, Princess Leah? Happy birthday, happy birthday. Anyways, so someone here said, I always hear RP say to buy more accounts with the payout to expand your capital, but do you have to make trades on each account or does one trade on one account carry over? Well, you can copy trade. Yeah, a lot of honestly, if you're trading a prop firm that doesn't allow you to copy trade, that prop firm should not be in your trading list. Right? Every prop firm out there allows you to copy trade, at least up to 5 accounts. Apex lets you do up to 20, which is why I always suggest doing Apex. But yeah, you can group them together. So if let's say for example you need to trading and you're choosing your broker and your prop firm, right? Make sure that the broker that you're choosing allows you to copy trade and group up your accounts. So pretty much what that means is if you take a trade on one account, it will carry on over to whatever account you have grouped up together. All right. So yeah. So do I agree with what RP is saying to expand your capital? 1,000,000% yes. Because why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Once again, if you guys can request a $1,000 payout on one account, why can't you request a $1,000 payout on 20, 40, 50, 60 accounts? I mean, which obviously adds up, 1,000 times X amount of accounts, why not? You know what I mean? You would be stupid to not do that, right? Why would you limit your capital? And that's also why I don't even have a live account, right? Why would I limit my capital, right? Why would I trade on one account making money with real risk behind my own money when I could just trade money that's not mine, copy trade it, multiply my payouts with the same amount of risk, same amount of sizing, and multiply the money that I'm making. You know what I mean, so when you guys are asking me, hey David, why don't you go to a live account? Don't you have already so many payouts and everything? Why not fund your own live account? Well, if I fund my own live account, I'm not gonna change my sizing, right? Because I'm not gonna put 50K in a live account and trade 5 minis. I wouldn't even do that with my own funded accounts. Why would I do it with a live account? It would just be stupid. So yeah, but your big buffer is your own money. You can withdraw all that. Yes, I can. But honestly, I don't want to unless I'm planning on moving firms. Then yeah. But for now, bro, I mean, dude, it's kind of like if you really think about it, if you guys have a really big buffer on like your top step accounts or your Apex accounts or your Apex accounts or whatever, it's kind of like a cheat code that you know what I mean? Like you don't have to worry about blowing the account and restarting and building a buffer and doing this and passing your accounts and paying the PA fee and everything. All right. You'll be moving to Lucid soon. Maybe in the future, bro. I don't know. For now, I'm pretty happy with what I'm making with what I'm trading, which is Apex. I always suggest it. It's something I've traded for years. Trash volume. Yeah, but it's been pretty rough, bro. But yeah, now let me ask you guys: what time would you guys want to stay on the stream, until we maybe call until later? Because right now, I mean, to be honest, I'm not saying we can't get a setup, but even if we do form one, it's probably gonna take a fat minute. 11. That's 30 more minutes in this chop, bro. You gotta take your AP test. AP, AP. The last time I heard that was in high school, right? AP. I could be wrong. Oh, you're a senior. Oh, okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Bank holidays today. Yeah, remember bank holidays today for all those currencies. But remember, we're trading the U.S. market, so it won't really do much. Plus, how old are you now? I'm 20, bro. Plus, David, you are not that old. All right, bro. Come on, bro. Yeah, bro. This market today, guys. Honestly, I'm not even mad about it, bro. I'd rather be cash now than be red and tilted and annoyed with the choppy market. So I'm not even mad, bro. Last favorite rapper is too slimy. Yeah, bro. But but yeah. You're 59 next. Nah, bro. You're lying, bro. But yeah. Do you say high school like it was 13 years? It feels like it was 13. Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, bro. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I low-key miss going to school, bro. Not for the school part, bro, but it's really true what they say, bro. Because you know how people say, bro, enjoy your time, like while you're in high school, your friends, because, bro, like once you graduate, bro, people really move on, bro. And I'm like, nah, bro. Like, bro, me and my friends, bro, we hang out every day. We go out every day. Like, there's no way that's changing after high school, bro. All it's gonna do is just like give us more free time. But no, bro, like it's actually true, bro. Like, bro, I probably see my friends like a good one time every like week and a half, bro. When back then it was like every single day. You know what I mean? And bro, I really miss that time, bro. Cause bro, school gets in the way. If they're going to college, work gets in the way. People get really busy and shit. Like, life happens, bro. So, bro, it's really true what they say, bro. Like, seriously. So, bro, like I never thought about it. I never thought I'd say I missed school, but it was looking pretty fun, bro. At least for me, I had a pretty good time or a pretty good experience. But yeah, bro. Now that I'm home 24/7 doing nothing and just playing games and trading, bro, life gets pretty boring, bro. And I always want to kind of go traveling, but I don't have anyone to go with. You know, I just secured a 6K payout. Need one more $400 a day because the consistency bro for 8K I've been cooking. Bro, do not throw it away, bro. Do not get tilted, bro. You don't understand how many times I've seen. First of all, congratulations, but you don't understand how many times I've seen people be $100 away from a payout, and for some reason they size a full size trade, they get tilted and they blur their accounts that same day, bro. What confluences do you trade off of? Drawn liquidity reactions, volume, and fair value gaps, inverse fair value gaps, and all that stuff. And I also use drawn liquidity for you can use an SMT for a confluence too, but it depends on the setup, right? There's like a million confluences you can go based off of. But for me, my main ones is mainly drawn liquidity, which obviously is how you get your bias. Volume, which tells you if the trade is going to work out or not, or if it's going to be smooth or choppy. And then obviously my entry model, which would be the inverse fair value gap or the regular fair value gap trade. I can't hear you in the Discord. What should I do? Try clicking on live class, click join stage, click live trading, click join stage, and it should work. If not, then I mean you're not really missing much, to be honest. Sometimes just Discord lags out for some people and just doesn't work for some people. It's not something I can really do on my end. All right, let me see. Let me catch the chat. What time will you go live later? Okay, so once again, guys, for my new people in here, when I go live, for that when I say I'm gonna come back during the PM session, there's no specific time that I come back. What I do is before I get off, I'm gonna find where do I want to enter, what setups do we have in the markets, right? And depending on where the setups are, I will set an alert in the chart. So if the market pumps or dumps into near my entry model, I get the notification on my phone. I get up from bed or I get up from whatever I'm doing, and I get back in the charts and I start getting on stream again, or I start alerting the trade again, right? And if I don't get any alerts, I just don't check the charts, and I'm assuming the market just isn't moving, and I just get off, right? Or I just don't bother getting on for the entire day. So it's not really what time I get on. It's when are we gonna get a setup? Are we gonna get a setup today? Are we gonna move? It doesn't really look like it, but who knows, right? But yeah. Let me see, David. I'm a senior, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I always heard people saying like bro like adults and all that stuff like when I was younger, like a few years ago, they'll be like bro, like seriously enjoy your time, like bro, those field trips, and all that stuff, like bro, take them, enjoy your time, and all that shit, bro, like what I mean, like actually, I'm like, nah, bro. What are you talking about, bro? Like, I'm not trying to be waking up at 7 in the morning, bro. Like, I'm trying to trade because that's when I was coming up on the trading. Like, I was becoming more profitable, more consistent, more disciplined. I'm like, bro, school is making this job so much harder, bro. Like, I can't wait to graduate. I can't wait to be done with this shit. And now that I'm here, bro, honestly, I kind of really do miss like waking up at 7 in the morning. Seeing all my friends in the parking lot in the morning. The cars. Going to class together and all that shit, bro. Skipping together because, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I used to be a skipping demon. Not that I wanted to, obviously, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm sure most schools do this, but they have what's it called, like a signal blocker, or whatever. I don't know if that's a myth or not, but I like to believe that it was true because throughout the entire school, like I would have no service and I would have to use a VPN, which would disconnect every 5 minutes to trade and alert for my Discord. And bro, that was on my phone, by the way, bro. So freaking hard, bro. You guys do not understand, bro. You know what it is having your teachers on your ass, you were having to skip, you having to be on the school Wi-Fi with a VPN that would disconnect every 30 seconds to then not only take a trade on your own, look at the charts, but also alert on a Discord on your phone, bro. I could not, bro. My career could not get any harder, bro. So what I would do was I would have to skip, and I knew one specific spot in my school that would give me five bars. So it's not a coincidence that what I mean? Like, isn't it very funny that I take 2 steps forward and I have no service, and I take 2 steps back and I have a full 5 bars? Come on now. Obviously, there's like some signal jammer in school, bro. So yeah, I would have to skip every single day, every single class for at least 40 minutes or more, bro, so I can catch the trades and alert it. And the part that would be bad was a lot of my people in my class, bro. They were be looking at me with like a bad look, bro, because in my school, like you would need like a pass to use the bathroom, which is, in my opinion, is super stupid. Like, bro, if I have to use the bathroom, like I'm just gonna go. Like, I'm not gonna wait for a pass or wait for you to tell me yes or no. You know what I mean? But yeah, you would need a pass, and if someone's using it or someone has a pass, you can't use it. So sometimes when I would have to skip, like I couldn't because I would have to wait for this guy that was also skipping to come back. And bro, dude, the stories that I have from school, bro, honestly, it's not to say them like it sounds like fun, but bro, when I was there, bro, it was like such a pain in the ass, bro. But you know, it made me really enjoy what I do now. I would have been, bro. Come on now, bro. It only gets worse, David. I know, bro. Go to college with friends, it's a lot better. Bro, honestly, people say that, but I have friends. I know people that go to college, and I have friends that go to college and everything, bro. And they say, bro, people go to college, they get their work done, and they just go home, bro. Like, no one talks, no one really interacts. I mean, maybe it depends on the college that you go to, but here in Miami, bro, like my friends, they tell me, they're like, bro, I go to class, I just like I watch what they teach, and I just go home. Like everyone does that. And most people, yeah, exactly. Most people do online classes. So I used to do online classes because, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Look, my mom, I grew up with my mom, right? And my mom, bro, like the one thing that she always told me was, no matter what you do, make me proud and just graduate. Like that's the one thing I want. Like get your education. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna do it. Like if I whenever I retire from trading, or I just slow down on the trading and just focus more on my life. I'm definitely gonna go back to college, but I tried doing college online classes while I was trading, like when I was in college, and bro, I just can't do it, bro. It's so, like, in my opinion, bro. It's, at least with my school, bro. It's so useless, bro. They teach you random shit. You're not gonna use it, and it's a waste of time, bro. At least for online classes, bro. But honestly, if you're just trying to get a degree, bro, online classes is probably your best bet, bro. But dude, I just didn't find myself like happy just doing college, bro. It was just, I just didn't see a purpose, bro. I saw myself just wasting time with it. What school? I'm not gonna say it, bro. Last time I said that, bro, you guys found my fucking yearbook, bro. I'm not gonna say it, bro. Let me see. Hey, David, if there's a setup later, will you let us know? Yes, bro. Of course, bro. Of course. That's my job, bro. That's my job. Of course. So yeah, but if you have to get off, bro, you can. You don't have to. Not like college. I'm not gonna say it, bro. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. David, how did it feel when you took your first 20K payout, bro? Dude, I did. I felt like a fucking king, bro. Even with a little $500 payout, bro, you feel like amazing, bro. Any payout is good because you know you're making progress in this career, bro. You're getting paid. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I took a little bit of a risk and I told my mom, bro, guys, my mom is Hispanic, bro. She's Cuban, bro. You know what it was telling my mom that I'm not doing college, bro. I never heard the end of it, bro. Even to this day, bro. Even to this day, bro. I do not hear the end of it, bro. So, and the problem is, bro, I I didn't really drop out of college. I just never really like. I'm still getting emails from my college and everything um, to like sign up for the classes. I just don't sign up. You know what I mean? So I'm technically still enrolled on the like for college, but I just don't sign up for the classes. And yeah, so I told, and the part that was scary was I just told my mom, I'm like, look, like, because I wasn't really successful back then, like as successful, you know. So it was a little bit scary because I was still living with my parents and I just didn't really have like that or anything. This was before I blew up with the Discord and blew up with the funded accounts and everything. I wasn't really even trading 20 accounts at the time, and I wasn't really as consistent because I was still kind of like picking up the strategy. Um, so it was a little bit like this is gonna be a big risk, bro. But I'm honestly so glad that I did it. It gave me so much more free time, less stress, less work to do, and just more focus on my community and everything, which now I was able to grow to. At one point, over 800 people watch me on stream. Obviously, it's slowed down, it will have its moments. If we're on a winning streak, people join. If we're not, people leave. That's how business works, right? But yeah. David Senior, your picture, his different. That was before I got my heart broken, bro. That's how it is, bro. David, did you ever trade RP Strat? Yeah, I actually used to trade RP Strat before he was even popular. The opening range breakout, dude, that's been a strategy for decades, bro. That's been a strategy for longer than we've been born, bro. Now look at yo, come on now, bro. Not like that either, bro. Wait, I thought you had a girlfriend? Dude, in high school? Nah, bro. Hell no, bro. If you saw me in high school, bro, I was chopped to shit, bro. Because that was before I went to the gym. David, bro, I couldn't even roll, bro. I'm too stupid. They had all the tortas. All right, bro. Come on, bro. Maybe. I mean, do I do? Yo, no. Don't send it, bro. Don't send it. Don't send it. Don't send it. Don't send it. David, what's the best strategy for a fresh EVA with a 50% consistency rule? It's not the strategy. It's the risk that you're taking. 2 trades for 1K risk per trade. Uh, it depends on what account you're using. Because if you're using Apex, if you're doing 1K risk per trade, you're gonna hit that daily loss limit in one trade. So maybe do 500 risk per trade. Yo, maybe after I went to the gym, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. David, what was your favorite thing in Colombia? I can't say it, bro. I'm streaming on YouTube, bro. It's not gonna be very family friendly. Like the restaurants. Oh, dude, I went to this restaurant at the top of the mountain, bro. Bro, amazing, bro. Amazing. Best view ever. Best food ever. Super fresh. Super nice. I loved it. And it was super cheap. I paid for my friend, his girlfriend, my brother, and myself. We got drinks and food. And bro, for 4 people at the top of the mountain where there's tourists, bro, $60, bro. $60 for 4 people. That is insane, bro. Bro, if you guys, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, look, bro, if you guys make it in trading to the point where you don't need to commit to a job or do anything and you guys can travel, go live in Colombia. I'm not like, bro, if I haven't gotten my house right now and I'm still looking for a place to live, bro, I'll be living in Colombia right now, bro. You did us live like a king, bro. It's insane. Dave, I thought you said you worked all day. I do. I never said I didn't. There's about it. But I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Look, I can't say anything, bro. But it's so unsafe there. I mean, bro, it depends on the areas that you go to. I mean, obviously, if you live in a nice area and everything, like. No, I said I stay home all day, work and play games. David, let me bang the limiter on the. Dude, I'm actually, bro. I don't have the car right now, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not gonna have the car for a good month or two. I can't say why. Actually, I'm gonna say why. I don't want to be like. But dude, I'm actually I'm doing an engine swap. I'm gonna put a K24 engine on it, cause dude, I love the engine I have, bro. I have a D15 what is it? D16 head and a D15 block, or the opposite way around. One of those. But bro, it's running really rough, bro, and the whole car just needs to get redone. And with a single cam, bro, you can't really push too much power because it's limited. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put a K24 engine on it. So if you guys know, bigger turbo. Yes, I'm actually gonna be. I'm buying a turbo kit, bro. Bro, 3.5K, bro. That's like half of the payout, bro. But yeah, what's the best account for beginner traders? 25K accounts. 25K end of day account. But yeah, bro. If you guys know bro, those those K engines, bro, they are bulletproof, bro. Like, dude, they can live on the red line and nothing happens, bro. Yo, this dude, bro. Yo. But yeah. But dude, it's gonna be a little bit costly, bro, because I have to buy a new ECU. I have to do redo the whole engine. Ugh. Bro, I'm gonna be spending like minimum 7K. Because I have to get a new transmission for the gear ratio so I can get more speed. Because with the transmission I have right now, even though I'm on a big turbo and I'm like maxed out on the engine, I'm still limiting myself due to the transmission. Or at least that's what my tuner told me. He said something about the gear ratios. So I need a new transmission, new engine. Obviously the parts for the engine, new ECU, new tune, turbo kit, which itself is already 3.5K. What else? And then like little stuff like bushings and just like stuff for the car itself. Just safety first. Like, bro, I'm not trying to not show up to a stream Monday and you guys wonder what happened. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be safe. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna redo the whole car. I'm gonna customize it. I'm gonna make it my own. I'm gonna make it very unique. I'm gonna make it like kind of represent me. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I kind of already bought. I kind of bought that car already built. So yeah, it's fun to drive, but I don't really have like feelings for that car. You know what I mean? So if I build my own car and I customize it to my own liking and my own like customizations, you know what I mean? Like that's gonna be my favorite car for sure. David, once I become profitable, I want to get, bro. Next question, bro. Next question. Are you breaking this high? Dude, there's no setup, bro. There's literally nothing I can do here, bro. It's just slowly grinding up. I can't, even if I wanted to force longs, I can't. Maybe we want to work with the DO sweep for the PM session. Hopefully, we come back later. Maybe. David, do you not take 40K payouts a month? No, not 40Ks. I've never requested a 40K payout. What happened? I missed it, bro. You have missed nothing, bro. Get more seat covers? No, bro. I'm gonna get new seats from what is it called NRG. I'm gonna get like red seats, maybe blue seats, cause I don't know. I might paint the car like all white. You planning on visiting anywhere else? Right now, bro, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I gotta start budgeting, bro. Bro, I've been spending so much money lately, bro. Dude, just 2 weeks ago, I bought a new car, and now I'm spending another fucking 10K on rebuilding the Honda. Bro, I gotta chill, bro. I'm spending so much money because, dude, I want to pay off my house. Dude, I want to have a paid off house. Honestly, bro. Okay, for my adult, bro, for like my grown people here, because I'm not gonna lie, I know there's some older people in here, bro. I don't know. Like right now, I feel like my peace would come from, like, I feel like if I have a paid off house, what more do I need? You know what I mean? I can look at like just cut back and start chilling in my life, without like stressing or anything. Because I'm gonna have a roof over my head. Do you still have dividends? Yes, I do. I just don't really look at it. You think the rest of us ain't team? But I'm saying, bro, like I don't know, bro. Like I feel like one more, like, let's be honest, what more bills would you need to have once you have a paid off house? If you're doing I'm gonna do a hood exit for the turbo on the Honda. Just utilities. Yeah, but you don't need too much money for that. Because, bro, right now, bro, okay, look, I'm living by myself and I'm paying for rent for myself, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. Yes, I can do it, bro, but like I always live with this constant fear, like, God forbid and everything, like I'm super blessed and everything, but I always live in this constant fear, like always, bro. No matter, dude, I could be a multi-millionaire, and I will still stress about like what if something goes wrong, like God forbid, you know what I mean? But bro, I stress too much, but I hate that about myself, bro. Because like, I'm living pretty comfortable, you know what I mean? Like I have a roof over my head, I can feed my cats, I have food, I can go out, I can enjoy and everything. But I always wonder, bro, bro, like I always worry, bro. I hate it, bro. And I feel like I could be like, I guess I'll just let off on the stress once I pay off my house. Cause you know what more, you know what I mean? What I need, you know what I mean? Bro, do not pay off your house, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Look, I moved into this house in August, so almost a year ago, right? And I'm not gonna lie, bro. Very good investment, bro. Very, very good investment. Like, bro, living by yourself, bro. Very chill, very calm. I like that. But, bro, I'm like a month ago or two. I'm like, bro, I've been paying 5K a month for this house, bro. Surely I've made some progress to what is called to my mortgage, dude. I check, bro. I have paid 90% of the money to interest. All interest. Like the house, bro, from the down payment that I left for the house, bro, I have not made a single I probably paid like $2,000 towards the house, bro. Do you have funds for a rainy day? Dude, I have, I stress so much that I'm constantly creating new savings accounts so I can stack them up. So if I ever run out of one savings account, I have another one just in case. That's how much dude. You guys don't understand, bro. Like on stream, you guys, like I'm super cool. Like I'm chilling. I have fun. I'm always good vibes and everything. But bro, you guys do not understand how much I stress in my life, bro. It's probably not even healthy, bro. Like I overthink so much, bro. But yeah, owning your home is different type, dude. But no, bro. Like, dude, right now with all the incomes that I have and everything, and especially these Apex payouts, bro. Starting like 2 months ago, actually, I started putting my entire payout all into the house, bro. It's like, bro. I do not want to pay this house for the next 30 years, bro. Dude, the bro, banks really take advantage of this shit, bro. David, why don't you get a financial advisor? Because I'm not. Look, I spend money but like on my enjoyments. Like I don't really spend money like on designer and traveling and all that stuff. Like I don't really think I need a financial advisor to tell me what I can and can't spend money on. Because I'm also not stupid. Like yes, I spend money, but I make sure that like if I'm spending X amount of money, I make sure that I made X amount of money this month. You know what I mean? Like it's money that I'm sure I'll still be in profit for the month. You know what I mean? Let me see. You ready for this, David? I worked as a loan officer. I actually have a friend that works as a loan officer right now. If you like to pay off the principal for your loan, pay your mortgage 13 times a year minimum. It'll make a huge difference. What I'm doing, bro, is every month spending. Yeah, you're right, bro. Yeah, but never seen him do a money spread, bro. You don't know the owe me, bro. You gotta get like Lanto. Yeah, dude, he put millions into investments. The thing is, I don't have millions to put into investments, bro. You know what I mean? David, what's the best piece of advice you have heard and any dude? Don't, bro. I always see these videos of this guy coming up to other people, like millionaires and stuff. He's like, "What's the one piece of advice you give your younger self, or whatever?" Dude, if I was put in the spot, bro, I cannot think of an advice, bro. Like, I can't tell you, no matter what. What's the value of your house? So I got my house for it was worth 750, but I got it down to 725. And then I put a 20% down payment on it, so 180, I think. Yeah, about 180K. And then I'm paying five with with water, and it's usually like 5K a month for it. So it's not too bad, but it's definitely a lot. And bro, dude, I cannot be paying. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, bro. Yes, right now I am in a super blessed position, but I cannot be paying 5K a month for the next 30 years, bro. Unless I split it with someone. But I'm not trying to live with anyone. It's all interest in the beginning. You have to send the money to the K part. A dollar today will be worth way more than a dollar in the future. Yeah. But the thing is, bro, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. But dude, I want to have at least most of the house paid off for. So in the future, if things slow down, or if I want to like take it slow with trading and maybe work on something else, or maybe just live my life. You know what I mean? If I made it far enough, hopefully soon. But but yeah, I just don't want to be stressing about paying a 5K. bill every single day, and I mean every single month, and then my car and everything. I mean, maybe in the future, I'm eventually gonna get bored of the Z06 and maybe just sell it. I mean, I have two paid off cars, which one is the Honda, and then the other one is the Skyline, which drives amazing for a daily. So to be honest, I don't really need another car. But but yeah, for now, since I'm pretty comfortable, I'm gonna keep the Z06 and everything and have my fun with it. But I know I'm probably not gonna keep it forever. Maybe. Definitely minimize your expenses and build while you're young, dude. The thing is, like, okay, look, I stress a lot for my age, bro. Like about everything. But dude, like, I have to think about it. Like, dude, I have money invested, like dividends and everything. Although I'm not making, okay, so with dividends right now, I think I'm making like 1.8K a month, which is not bad. I mean, it's passive income. It's money being handed over to me. But I feel like unless I really, really cut down on my expenses and pay off my house and everything, I think I could live off 1.8K a month. To be honest, bro, all I spend my money on is food. And if I have some leftover money, I'll probably buy something for cars. That's kind of about it. Do you reinvest it? No. I actually, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Okay, look, I'm young. I'm 20 years old. But I definitely want to be one of those people where, like, I give a lot to my kid. Like, eventually I'm gonna have a kid, right? Eventually, not now. Obviously, I have to focus on my Discord and the trading and everything. But eventually, I'm gonna have one. We all are, right? I hope. But yeah. So what I'm doing right now is I feel like it's something that I would have wanted as growing up. Like, it will be like a blessing. So what I do is right now, look, I have like I have enough to live comfortably. Like, I don't really like with what I do with my dividends, guys, is I take that money. I should probably reinvest it, to be honest. Now I'm thinking about it. But I take that money and I put it over to an account that I have, a bank account, and it just keeps that account keeps growing. So whenever, for example, I have a kid and he needs his first phone, that money comes out of there. As he's growing up as a baby, that money comes out of there. Medical bills or fucking Pampers or something. I don't know, food. Baby food. All that money comes out of there. It doesn't come out of my money that I worked for, right? It comes out of dividends. And as he's growing up, not only will he be set at his 18, he can have a nice cool car at 18, right? Or whenever he gets a driver's license, like pull up to school in it. You know what I mean? I always think about it like that, bro. Like, I feel like, bro, once I have my kid, that's kind of when I'm gonna settle down on trading and my businesses and everything. But for now, bro, like, but someone say here, yeah, don't pay off your house real quick. Well, I'm not gonna pay it off too quick, but I definitely want to be putting some money into it. Um, you can still use it for tax write-offs. Also, into refinancing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have the first-time home buyer, which is like 3%. But is your dividend income tax as regular income? Oh, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I don't know. I really don't know. What I do is I have I have my dad's friend that is a CPA, and I just give him all my documents, and he just files everything. So I really don't know. Do you have more money in your car collection than your portfolio? No, it's actually the same amount, pretty much. I have 170K invested into dividends, mostly JPQ. I have 121,000 invested into JPQ. For those that maybe want some like investments ideas to look into, I mean, bro, if you guys hear me saying I have over 6 figures into JPQ, that's that's probably something that I really like. You know what I mean? So if you guys ever want to look into it, I really like it. But yeah. So I have 170K in an investment, and I have what my Corvette was with interest and everything 140K. My Honda was 8K, but I'm dumping like 10K into it, so 18K. And then my Skyline was 25K, which I'm gonna keep stock. Yeah, pretty much the same amount. David, would you ever get into real estate? No, no, I wouldn't. And I know that sounds stupid at first, but you guys gotta think about it, bro. Real estate is not what it was years back. Doesn't refinancing start over again? No, 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 no. No, it doesn't. I'm pretty sure refinancing just changes your interest rate for the house over the term. I could be wrong, but pretty sure that's what it is. You never buying a second property? Well, if I ever buy a second property, it'll probably be for my enjoyment and not for an investment. Like I said, bro, a lot of people nowadays, yes, like the older people that already have, like, bro, they got a freaking house for a pack of gum. You know what I mean? but yeah, no, bro, real estate nowadays, bro, like I have 3 people that I know, including my brother, that they have tried to get into real estate recently, and they're at a loss. Cause, dude, real estate is, bro, everything is not what it was before, bro. You have inflation, you have the house bubble, like it's It's at an all-time high. Like, bro, now you can't invest into anything. Everything is at all-time highs. You can't get in. Look, you can't get into SPY. If you do, you're gonna get the highs, right? It's gonna take years for you to barely see a profit. You can't get into crypto because once again, dude, the 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 actual move happened. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure. Like maybe in like a million years, Bitcoin will be at $1 million. Maybe, right? But for now, dude, Bitcoin is not moving from the 80K. Maybe it will hit 100K. But from there, bro, it's not gonna move, bro. And then for obviously for my crypto investors here, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, but dude, Bitcoin's gonna see 200K. Yeah, bro, maybe at the end of your life. You know what I mean? Let's be realistic here. You know what I mean? Uh, Stock market as is at an ultimate all-time highs. Like, dude, that thing is not going down. You know what I mean? And even if it goes down and you buy the dip, quote unquote, you're not actually buying the dip, bro. You know what I mean? Crypto is at an all-time highs. The housing market is at an all-time highs. Dude, whatever you get into nowadays, you're gonna be at a loss. And bro, my brother and actually one of his friends, and someone that I know, they bought a house to rent out and they're at a loss at a monthly what is it called? At a monthly rate because dude, like you can't rent anything. You know, like you bought the house for too high up. So no, I personally wouldn't get into real estate. I wouldn't get into crypto because obviously first of all, I don't trust crypto. It's very heavily manipulated. But it's also at an all-time highs, even if it wasn't. Right. And what else? The stock market. Guys, the whole reason why I'm invested over 170K into the stock market was because I bought at like a once in a lifetime dip. And bro, for my OGs here, when I was telling you guys buy it, like I was literally telling you guys buy it. Like, don't think about it, just get in. How many times? If you guys remember, you guys remember, right? Look, let me show you guys. I literally got in and I was literally telling you guys, even on my Instagram story, which I don't even promote like anything on Instagram, like about trading. Like no one knows on Instagram that I trade. Like none of my real life friends. Bro, I was telling you guys, buy in right here. If you guys remember, you guys remember. I told you guys a million times, buy here every day. But yo, guys, buy. Because dude, you're getting in at a once in a lifetime opportunity where obviously the market doesn't dump how many points did it dump during the tariff thing? Let me see real quick. Hold up. It dumped. I remember we were dumping 1,000 points a day. Guys, we dumped 6,000 points. The market does not dump 6,000 points in the span of a month, ever. If you notice that happening, you're stupid not to buy in. Because remember, guys, you're betting, bro. You're pretty much betting against the markets. Like, dude, the market's not gonna be down here forever. It's gonna recover, no matter what. Like, history has shown time again that it always recovers. Always. After every dip, always recovers. So when you see a big dip like this, you're kind of stupid to not get into these long-term investments. And that's what I saw. And I saw this huge 6,000 point dump. And I'm like, bro, if I don't get in now, I'm going to highly regret it. You know what I mean? And remember, guys, even if you lose it, bro, money always comes back. You know what I mean? But if you don't lose it, now you're getting paid in dividends a fat amount of money that you can kind of live off of if you cut down on your expenses. So yeah. So that's when I got into JBQ. But now, bro, looking at the markets now, bro, especially when we're barely reacting even off war news or any tariff news, we're probably not going to see a big dump anytime soon. The housing market is going to stay up. Every year everyone says, yo, the housing bubble is gonna explode, everything is gonna dump. The markets only keep going up. You know what I mean? I'm sure eventually it will go down, but I mean, you can't really invest into anything nowadays, bro. Everything is just at its peak, you know? And if it's not at its peak, it's probably a scam. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot harder nowadays. So, you know, when a lot of more older people always tell you guys like yo, like, you know, just do real estate, just do commercial real estate. Like you hear all these millionaires saying the same thing. It's because, guys, they got in before quarantine when the markets were super low and super cheap. Like, for example, bro, my dad got his house, which it's a beautiful house, for 300K. The house was worth nearly, I think it's in the 700s, 800s. Dude, come on now, bro. Or maybe more. I don't know, because he's been renovating it. But it's like now us investors, at least us, the younger people, you know, the people in their 20s or maybe in high school, now we're left with investing with huge inflation, still minimum wage for the average person, and everything. People can barely even live for themselves. How are they even gonna invest? You know what I mean? Like it's so stupid nowadays, bro. They lock in. Nah, trust me, bro. I'm looking at the charts, bro. I mean, there's no setup yet. We just have to wait 4 minutes for this candle to close, even if we even close it here. But right now we are looking pretty bearish. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. A little bit bearish. So hopefully we got to set up some. Save your money and wait for the next dip. But dude, the thing, okay, look, here's the problem, right? Here's the problem, right? Hear me out here. All right? Hopefully you guys hear me out. When people say wait for the dip, okay, what's happening right now? Look, today, what day is today? Today is the 4th of May, right? We are currently trading at 27,900. That's the price of the NASDAQ. If you want to get into your long-term investments by waiting for the dip, what's going to happen is the market doesn't dip every day. The market dips once every lifetime, right? So what's going to keep happening? Well, the market is going to keep going up and keep going up and keep going up and keep going up and keep going up. And then eventually, whenever we get the dip, if we ever get it, the market's going to dip. It's going to go back to the time. It's not going to dip all the way down to zero. It's probably going to have like a pretty big dip. It's probably going to dip back into the highs that you didn't want to buy at. And you'll be like, okay, now's a great buying opportunity. You could have just bought this right now. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. So that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, nowadays, in my opinion, and take it from someone that has been watching the stock market for literally years, every day, for hours upon hours a day. In my opinion, bro, and I'm not a financial advisor. That's the last thing I am. But in my opinion, bro, it's like the last thing. I feel like investing nowadays is so much harder than what it was before. Like, so yeah, there has to be new ways to get into it. You know what I mean? To get into investing. But I'd say your best bet is probably like a 401k or, you know, all that stuff. I know, bro. I know. We've been pumping like crazy this entire month. My portfolio went crazy. Oh, mine too, bro. Trust me, mine too. But yeah, bro. It's like for my new investors that are trying to get in, you really can't unless you want to get in at the highs. And then whenever the market has a dip or a dump, you need to wait months to even go break even. You know what I mean? Like, dude, that's not a good retirement plan. You know what I mean? Why don't you do laundry or a car wash business, dude? I try to get into laundry, bro, but dude, that's a lot of money, bro. That's not money I'm kind of trying to risk right now. Because yeah, once again, I'm in a very blessed position, but I also don't have money to just risk like that. Like, I can't just be risking 300K in a laundry business. I don't even know how it works. You know what I mean? No, bro. Bro, you laugh now at a laundry business, bro. I have friends that, bro, they're making passively every month like 10K from one spot. Bro, hold on. But yeah. It's a stupid dude, it's just stupid ideas or the boring businesses that always make money, bro. Always, 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 always. No, the laundry business is very good money. What about vending machines? I feel like vending machines, it could make you money. But it's very not passive. You need to take care of all your locations. You need to have the machines on maintenance. You gotta stock up, and all that stuff. Dude, actually, as I was trading, I tried to get into the ATM business, but dude, no one uses ATM nowadays, so I kind of like, you know, got out of it. Don't bother. Yeah, with ATM. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I did my research, bro. Because the thing is, with the ATM business, what you could do is, you guys know when you guys try taking money out of the ATMs and they charge you like a $5 fee or whatever, which is, I'm not gonna lie, very annoying. But there's banks out there, like most banks nowadays are kind of updated. So if anything, the banks won't let that money get taken out. Second con, no one uses ATMs, and third con, even if you find even if you find like profitability with ATMs, it's finding the locations. Most locations that you think would work, someone already thought about it. So that business probably doesn't work anymore. ATM at casinos, yeah, but they're not gonna let that shit happen, bro. They have their own ATMs. Bro, vape vending machines, dude. I've been seeing that come up more and more, bro. Honestly, that's a that's a pretty good business idea. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. it's becoming like a really big thing. Like, dude, you go to the mall and every like what are those stores called that they put like in the middle of the mall? Like those like in the walkways, like those stands. A kiosk? No, bro, isn't that the thing from McDonald's, bro? Where you put the order on the tablet? Okay, I guess you guys are saying a kiosk. I think that's how you say it. I'm pretty sure that's what they call the things at McDonald's, bro. Like you guys know when you go to McDonald's and you go inside and you place an order on the screen. Is that what it's called? Anyways, yeah, dude. Most of those things nowadays it's just vapes everywhere. You know. But yeah. When you for vape, yeah, dude. You reach, bro. Everyone does it nowadays, bro. Unfortunately, but it is what it is. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I feel like most people just do it to look like what is it called, performative, rather than them actually enjoying it. But a lot of people do it. A lot of people do it. You gotta get the Pokemon card vending machines, bro. Dude, I've been seeing those too, bro. Not too much, but I've been seeing a few. But how long do you guys think that the Pokemon cards will actually last for? Is it a trend? I mean, it's been a trend for a few years, but I know that market's gonna crash anytime soon, bro. Hey, my Discord's finally working now, bro. You have missed absolutely nothing, bro. It's been popping since COVID. Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That thing, it has its own inflation, bro. But yeah, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Okay, look, we have a setup here on the 5 minute time frame. We're bearish, but we have a bearish rally gap. I mean, I don't know. This volume still looks a little bit iffy. So even if we do get a trade, I probably wouldn't love the setup. This gap is not that good in size. I kind of want the market to start trending a little bit more before I even tell you guys that I want to take a trade. So right now, I'm still kind of cash. Maybe during the PM session. Pokemon will crash just like sneakers did. Oh, I agree. I agree. And anyone that's delusional enough to say that it's not going to. Look, I get it. Look, you're invested. You have a lot of Pokemon cards. You have a lot of money into it. But let's be realistic. It probably is. Bro, the same way the sneakers market got ruined by scalpers and all that shit, bro. The same way Pokemon got ruined, bro. Dude, Pokemon used to be a thing for kids, bro. I remember doing that shit in fucking middle school. And now, bro, bro, a little kid can't even go buy it because you have this guy fucking pushing everyone over to get a whole 5 packs at fucking Target, bro. So yeah, bro. Whenever that market dies out, bro, that thing is taking a huge, bro. Once it sees the slightest dip, that thing is dying out. I already know, bro. Bro, the same shit happened with shoes, bro. Yes, it took a little bit of time, but now, bro, no, dude, no one cares about shoes anymore. Literally, no one cares about shoes anymore. If it crashes, everyone's buying the dip. Yeah, but it's one of those dips that people buy it and they still can't sell it because no one's willing to pay the high price. So it's just something that I feel like once it starts taking its little downtrend, it's never recovering. Yo, bro. But but yeah, grown man fights for Pokemon cards. I mean, dude, it's gotten to that point, bro. I hate to say it. I remember this guy buying it. Yeah, dude, those binders, bro. Yeah, but in my opinion, bro, I could be wrong, but I feel like nowadays in this time, bro, like making any business is just so much harder because, dude, everyone has done it already, bro. Bro, it was so Vance. There's so many ways to get money. Yeah, with online now, yeah, there definitely is. But dude, the competition, like, dude, now let's say for example, a few years back, bro, no one was a real estate agent. Now you're competing with like 10,000 people in the same house, bro. Yeah, I use those MNQM 2026. Yes, like, dude, every business model everywhere is all just straight competition, bro. Everything, the trading market, the real estate market, anything out there, drop shipping, everything is just all competition. I feel like back then it wasn't like that, but I could be wrong. Yeah, girl, OnlyFans is the way, dude. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It probably is. I'm not gonna talk down on it. Some already here, bro. And look, if you guys are older people in here, bro, please don't buy that. Because I feel like that's like the target audience. The people that can't really tell the AI videos. David, do you think people will start athlete maxing and make money? I mean, I'm sure people already do that, bro. How is day trading a competition? Well, day trading isn't a competition itself, but you gotta keep in mind everyone has a Discord nowadays, bro. Everyone, literally everyone. So when I say competition, I mean like if you're trying to like teach people online and try to grow an audience, dude, if you're not making minimum 10K a day, no one's gonna follow you. You know what I mean? Competitions who can like the best, pretty much, bro. David, does RP own Miami or is it Messi? It's RP, bro. It's RP. Yeah, guys. Once again, bro, this market, bro, it's still very choppy. Yes, we have a setup here, but not really sick. Unless we really, really dump into the lows down here, then sure, I could probably consider taking something. But I need better volume, bro. I don't like this momentum. I don't feel comfortable trading anything here. Remember, guys, if the market itself doesn't know where it wants to go, how are you supposed to know where it wants to go? What do you think, David? David, you should open a funeral home, bro. Come on, man, bro. What RP? I think it was just his wisdom teeth or something. Wisdom teeth. Hey guys, we still have a long way to go down in order if we want to get shorts, or maybe even longs. We can probably work out this 5 minute over here. You should buy a club, David, like Clav. I've thought about it. I've actually thought about it. Dude, in Miami, if you buy a club, bro, that's a guaranteed profits. It just depends on your marketing. I mean, dude, to be honest, look. If you guys have money here, hear me out. Look, buy a club in Miami, right? Girls getting free or girls getting for $5, guys getting for $40. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is some of you guys. If you are, I'm sorry for calling you out, but guys are very thirsty, especially in Miami. So, bro, guys will do anything to get in the club. They'll pay any price if it gives them the slightest chance to talk to a girl, bro. Trust me, bro. Dude, everyone does it, bro. Everyone does it. So many clubs losing and closed down. But obviously, I'm I don't have a club. I don't have experience. But I feel like that's like the best way to promote it. Girls getting free. Look, hear me out. Hear me out. For a club, there's two ways to promote it. Right? Hear me out. There's two ways to promote a club. For girls, you getting free. Right? And then the girls are the promotions for the guys. Right? Because look, girls go to drink and have a good time. Like with the music. Guys mainly go to clubs to talk to girls and buy them drinks. Right? So you charge the guys, and then the girls are the promotions for the guys. And then the promotion for the girls is they getting free. Even if the girls getting free, it's always a wiener fest. Yeah, because bro, is like bro, that's just how it is. Especially Miami, bro. When I was promoting, I always wonder how they stay in business. What you're a club promoter? Oh hell no, bro. But no, I mean, you guys are telling me otherwise, but I really thought owning a club was pretty easy. I guess not. I mean, it's not. I've always thought about it like that. Like, bro, like the promoting should be a piece of cake, bro. Look, what you could do is, maybe, dude, if anything, you could probably buy like a few followers on Instagram for the club, make it look like legit and everything. Like if you're first starting off, um, and I feel like it's one of the more easier, more controlled business models. But I can't say until I actually try it out. Because what, bro, you run out a DJ, you get the set. That's like what, like a few $1,000s, maybe like 100K, maybe. You get the DJ, you pay him a salary, whatever, or you pay him a share of whatever you make for that night, and then just straight promoting every other weekend or whatever. But you do have a lot of competition though. But I'm sure you can LARP it. You know what I mean? You can fake it. You know. I used to do security. We just had these losers spend hella money because our bartenders and their friends showed me these sorry ass dude. That's the problem. Yeah, look. So with clubs, I want to say, and look, I feel like I can say it because I'm not a victim to it. And if you guys are a victim to it, do better. Do better, bro. It's like, dude. The problem is nowadays, bro. Like, at least in Miami, bro. Even the most mid girls make it so hard for guys to like get them. So like, I feel like yeah, like these very sorry people try their hardest at clubs just to get something, and that's where the money comes in for the club owner. I mean, yes, it's not the right thing to say, but that's not our fault. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there, especially Miami, dude. Miami is the party city, bro. That dude, bro, they just want plays and girls and this and that, and bro, I guess you can take advantage if you have the money to do it. You can take advantage of it, bro. I mean, you're not doing anything wrong. You're just providing the environment. You know what I mean? There's a lot of liability with owning a club. Everyone that ends up drinking there being your responsibility. For real? If they get drunk or something happens, it's your fault. For real? Well, I'm sure, dude. I'm sure there's workarounds, bro. Obviously, it's not gonna be like there's work. Like for example, if you're gonna be buying your ticket online from like I don't know, Ticketmaster or something. I don't know, like any website. You can always put like a little form saying, hey, like you're responsible for your own thing, blah blah. If you don't sign this, you can't go. You know what I mean? That's why I say it's more to it than money. You need looks, confidence, social maturity. Bro, you'd be surprised, bro. Especially in Miami, bro. These girls, bro. If you have the slightest amount of money, they'll go for you, bro. The part that gets me annoyed, bro, it'll be like the most average looking girl that has like the most highest standards ever, bro. Like, come on now, bro. And you guys can't say I'm wrong, bro. You guys can't say I'm wrong, bro. Cali girls are freeloaders. Bro, so are Miami girls, bro. You're off, bro. Hey, bro, I don't even blame you, bro. Take it easy, bro. If anything, bro, I might have to come back during the PM. I mean, I'm not gonna get off for a little bit more because I mean we are kind of low-key selling off and we are approaching a fair value gap. So maybe I can get something. But for now, I mean, I'm not in love with it. So I'll see how we react. Okay, no, we're lucky dumping a little bit. So true. My family has restaurants. And if the bartender who serves you keeps on serving you, well, I'm pretty sure you can have like policies where like after a set amount of drinks, you can like tell them like, hey, you're done, like you're cut off. But I mean, if let's be honest, if they keep asking for drinks, are you still responsible for that? Could we bounce here? I mean, dude, if we get a deal, we'll sweep off 808 or maybe even 8. I mean, 778, possibly. I'll probably be looking. Look, I'll probably be looking for a fair value gap bounce here. If we hold below 778, I'll probably just look for an inverse here into the Asia low down here. You're responsible for that? Wow, that's stupid. Well, actually, no, it's not. Well, it depends. Obviously, we don't want people getting hurt, because they're drunk. But yeah. Now we are looking dumping a little bit here, guys. We're approaching our finally. Oh, one sec. We're finally approaching our first actual level of liquidity here. I mean, we did take out some upside, but we have not taken out any downside today. So hopefully we take it out and get some nice reactions. I mean, I'm down to trade into all-time highs, but I just got back home. Can't hear anything. Are we still on? Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the heck? Oh, why are we dumping? Okay, guys. Why are we dumping so hard? What the heck? What the heck? Why are we dumping so hard? Okay, so we took out the low here. We could have another 5-minute fair value up here. All right, guys. Let's start locking in a little bit here. Hold on. Okay, some news came out. Yeah, we're reacting like news came out. Let's catch up. Earthquake alarms sound in Mexico. We're not done because of that, bro. Okay, right here. Fire erupts. Drone attack from Iran. 38 seconds ago. Maybe that's where we're dumping. I'm not really seeing anything else. Okay, but if we're gonna dump and hold below 778, like I said, guys, I'm probably gonna be looking for shorts like this. Maybe have something like this. Maybe do like a 45-point stop loss, like this, and then risk 5 micros. Remember, guys, today I'm gonna be doing 5 micros. 5 micros with a 50K account risk. So 5 micros. Remember, guys. So if I enter, which we're probably gonna enter very soon because we're actually dumping out of nowhere. I'm really glad I didn't end the stream today, like very early. 6-3. You could do 7-6-4. Okay, guys, start locking in. We're probably gonna be taking shorts off this inverse here, below 720. Why are we dumping so hard? I just don't want to enter and we pump up. Hold on, let me just double check everything. Let's go here. 1 second. 662, 125, and then okay. If we can break this, if we can bring this candle back down again, I'm gonna look to enter. Remember, guys, I'm gonna be doing 5 micros, minimum risk. We're gonna be looking to risk about $500 on this trade. All right, guys, for my 50K accounts. All right, guys. But I don't want to rush the shorts just yet, because if we're gonna hold about 778, we can look for an inverse off this instead and just trade into all-time highs. And my trade will be crushed. Interesting. We're still bearish. We are in this 5-minute here, but we already filled most of it. So our target will be down here at the 15-minute down here at 662. So if we can break past this candle low right here, I'll probably just look to enter. And then just risk $500 on this trade. Let's see if we can bring this back down. I don't know where the selling is coming from. I really hope it's not Trump news. Let me double check. Yeah, no, just Iran. Guard spokesman says vessels violating regulations announced by guards in Strait of Hormuz will be stopped by force. Is that why we're dumping? I mean, I don't really know what that means, but it kind of seems like the market is having a reaction to it. Remember, guys, 50K accounts, do 5. With the 25K accounts, do like 3. All right. Yeah, $500 risk. See if we can bring the ES wants lower. We could see that. Yeah, it does have a low down here. So if anything, if we do take shorts, we'll probably just target ES low, the ES low here first to take profit. I mean, we'll probably see this as well. But guys, hover over the sell button because we're getting lower and lower as we go. So we're probably gonna get more selling pressure very soon. I'm really hoping this inverse holds. I mean, if we want to sweep above 778, we can as well, but we might as well just take out the Asia low at 662. All right. This thing is very volatile, guys. I don't know about a 45-point stop loss, but it's what we're gonna have to work with. So yeah, just prepare yourself, man. Just have minimal risk. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing 5 micros. It's what I suggest doing if you guys have a 50K account. No matter what buffer you have, do 5 micros. Or you'll be risking 500. And if we have to re-enter, obviously we'll have another 500 to work with. Just in case the volume is too much. I mean, I see this next candle. Can we dump it down a little bit more? Come on. Build inverse. Yeah, dude, this thing looks so volatile, bro. That stop loss is kind of worrying me a little bit. We're not in. Keep in mind, guys, we're not in yet. I'm just a little bit worried with this volume here. I mean, to be fair, if we do catch the right move, we could probably see the price target in like less than a minute. But obviously, if we don't catch the right move, we could probably see the stop loss in less than a minute. So we got to be careful with that. All right, and if we want to hold above 778, that's totally fine. I mean, we can always just look for an inverse off this gap up here. We still have a lot of room for upside. But right now, we are pretty bearish, I would say. I'm kind of just waiting for a red to green. Honestly, the second that we flip red to green, I'll probably just take it. This thing is moving so aggressively, guys. My goodness. I'm probably gonna delete this gap. I'm not really gonna use it. At least for now. I really gotta use the bathroom as well. At least it's kind of close. So if anything, if we do pump, we do have a setup there as well. So because what we could do is maybe look for longs like this as well. We could do like a 45. We could do it. No, we can't. We could do like 45 points here, and maybe just target high of day, and then maybe just delete this, and then just target this up here. Or maybe it's a fair value gap retracement to lower. Dude, there's so many things that can happen here, bro. The market is such like a spot, bro. Hold on, guys. Let me lock in real quick. Because right now we're working with the dual sweep, which means that we're kind of bullish. Not all the way, but dude, I really have to use the bathroom, bro. Oy. Okay, so we can target this fair value up here for our first price target. Then we could probably target high day, and then yeah, okay, so we could do that. So we could do 27,914.25. If we do longs, 27,941, 27,951.25, and 27,965.75. That's if we do longs. But right now, it kind of seems like the market wanted to retrace. It's still bearish, kind of, not really. We're kind of just neutral right now in terms of the bias, leaning more towards bearish just because of the dual sweep up here. Okay. Dude, I really have to use the bathroom, guys. I'm going to go use it real quick, and I just hope that we don't dump. Because if we do, then we're screwed. Hold on, guys. I'll be back. Hold on. Let me get my phone just so, like, bro, if I have to stop mid-P, bro, I have to, bro. I'll be back, guys. One sec. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so, dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I feel like I'm all over the place, like, right now, because, dude, the market, it went from chopping to just straight movement out of nowhere. So, like, I wasn't really prepared for it. So yeah. But right now, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell what you want to see. I mean, once again, our bias is leaning a little more towards bearish just because of this high of day. I mean, the sweep up here. But we're sitting at the most recent level of liquidity taken out, which is at 778. We're kind of sitting on it. We could take this inverse here, or we could take this inverse here, or maybe we want a retracement to lower. I mean, there's so many things that can happen here. And the volume is crazy, which doesn't really help because anything can happen at any given second. But, I mean, we'll see. So far, nothing yet. Thankfully, we didn't go any lower than the inverse that we already got, because if not, we would have gotten faked out, which is not something we wanted to start the Monday. So good thing we waited a little bit patient on. It's really cold in my house. I'm back. I forgot to turn off the AC when I woke up. Anyways, yeah, so far no reaction yet. Let's see what we do in this next 5-minute candle. Hopefully the volume doesn't die down suddenly, because maybe it was just like a news dump and pump, but you can only see we still have room for lower. I mean, we are kind of going to deal with sweep here a little bit. Interesting. Yeah, I think the volume is. I think this and this candle were just news candles, and then this candle is just gonna die on the volume. I hope not. I mean, the momentum could probably keep up, but I don't know. I mean, at least we got a fair value of retracement. Even if we do dump and get a bearish buys in the inverse, this will give us an extra confidence to expect lower into 662 at the Asia low. Question is can we dump, or is the volume gonna die down now? Remember, guys, if I get longs or shorts, I'm gonna be risking 500. So I'm gonna be doing 5 micros. I just don't like this volume enough to do 6, so I'll do 5. So 500 risk, looking for 1-to-1, maybe a little bit more into the Asia. Right now we're sitting slightly below the bearish buys. Let me just make sure everything's ready here. So I'll do 662.25 and 537. 25 and then 664. I'll do 665. Okay. I'm gonna delete this for now, just so I'm confused on when that as to what we're looking at. No, this is not Asia. This is London. London, no John liquidity. Honestly, I kind of prefer that the volume kind of dies down a little bit. I don't want to be stuck in a trade that with the candles moving so crazy. That's what we had like 2 candles ago, 2 or 3 candles ago. So I'm hoping we kind of stay like this, where we have momentum, we have a direction, but we're not moving so crazy to the point where we enter and we see the stop loss in 2 seconds off a random pullback. We definitely don't want that to happen. And then ES still has room for lower into 7-2-1-3. So I still do like shorts. I do like the way that we're holding below this and everything. Okay, we're getting closer and closer. All right, guys. So start paying attention to some shorts again. Start locking that in. Remember, I'm going to be doing 5 micros if we do shorts. With the 45-point stop loss. Which I feel like in this market is not enough, but it's what I have to work with if I want to do the whole risk thing. So with 45 micros. 45 risk, we're going to be doing $500 risk for the daily lockout. So if you're on a 25K account, do 3 micros to do 250 risk. I'm just waiting for a nice break below 719. I don't want to get too late of an entry either. So probably if I see like 720, I'll probably just enter off the bat. Even if I probably enter too early. It's a risk that I want to take. He still has room for lower, which is a good sign. Hopefully NQ is the one leading though. This just means that we'll just get more selling on NQ, more selling pressure. I don't know, we're just sitting in this area here. Interesting. I would love to put my stop loss up here. I'm not gonna lie, I really want to, but I can't. Because then I'm gonna have to risk like 2 micros, which I'm not trying to do. But the reason I want to put my stop loss up here, guys, is because if the market gets a pullback, I don't want to be getting stopped out at a random point-based stop loss. I'd rather get stopped out if the buy turns bullish at above 778. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. But it's the same thing. I mean, to be honest, if the market pumps up 45 points from our entry and right around the corner from 778, we might as well take it out. You know what I mean? So just less risk, you know, same outcome pretty much. But so far, guys, nothing happening yet. We're just respecting this 5-minute gap here. Although, yes, we technically inversed it a little bit. I'm still willing to take it because, once again, if we're going to go down, we're pretty confident in the London low at 662. And our only entry model would literally be this 5-minute here. So that'll be our only entry. So we would need to take the breakout if we get strong selling pressure. But if we want to get wicks here and a bunch of buying pressure here, which we're not really getting, we're just getting some buyer action, whatever. We could do an IFEG off this 5-minute here. I don't think there's anything else stopping us. Yeah, 5 and 15-minute fair value up there. And we could just target the fair value up here and then hive in and all-time highs at 965, which will also be a pretty good trade because obviously all-time highs is a very big magnet that we can look to take. And so is this one right down here at the London. Question is which one do we want more? And which one do we want first? Do we want the inverse? Do you want, do you want upside or downside? That's a real question. Because we keep trying to go lower, but buyers just keep trying to step in here. Maybe we get buyer exhaustion? Yeah, we're probably getting buyer exhaustion here. Let's see. Remember, we're looking for a break below 720. We get a break below 720, we enter. 5 micros. 50K account. I hope we don't bounce here, though. We need to break out of this area. If anything, even an entry at 710 would be good, but that's too late. Because then our risk is going to be messed up. We're going to be risking 55 points. I mean, we could always adjust our stop loss and just trade it down a little bit more, but, you know, that's always a possibility. Because remember, I don't want to be risking any more than $500 behind this trade. But it's like buyers keep buying it up in this fair value gap. So this range is very well respected. So if buyers can kind of give up this area and sellers take it over, we're definitely going to see 662. No way we don't. Like, we'll probably just flush this down straight into 62. Hold it. Hover over the buy button, guys. I'm just waiting for a nice impulse in the selling to make sure that buyers are not going to be taking control here. Because obviously, you guys see out here, buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure. You don't want to be entering here where buyers are stepping in at that literal point where buyers are stepping in. So just hover over the sell button. And once we see a nice spike to the downside, we enter, because that's what shows us sellers want lower and they're stronger than buyers. But so far, just exact bounces from this area, like a huge buyer wall here. Nothing yet. I'm just really worried with the stop loss, guys. I feel like 45 points with this current volume right now that we got out of nowhere is too little. Because look at this, guys. We literally hit the entry, which we didn't enter, by the way, because we're still waiting for an impulse. But we hit the entry, and in less than 30 seconds, we got near the stop loss. You guys saw that? I don't want to be working with that, but we kind of. I really, really want to have my stop loss up here at 778, but I don't want to under risk either. Like, I don't want to be sizing 2 micros for a trade like this. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't make sense. So I want to take the risk for 45 points, but I don't know. The setup itself doesn't look bad. I'm just a little bit worried with that stop loss. I don't know if it's going to be enough with this type of volume. I'm not going to lie. I don't know where this volume came from. I'm checking the news. I'm seeing a little bit of Iran stuff, but I mean, I don't know. It has to be that. I mean, what else could it be? You know what I mean? But let me see. Oil futures. Yeah, no, just Iran stuff. I mean, the volume is dying down a little bit, but it's still there. Obviously, still pretty active. But so far, nothing yet, guys. Oh, okay. We got a lot of buying pressure. I mean, if we want to hold above 778, we can also do that. I wouldn't be mad at it, especially the fact that we stepped in 4 times with buyers here. I really wouldn't be mad at a nice pump into this inverse up here. We just gotta make sure that ES also takes it out as well. Let me make sure where the view up is. Okay, it's up there. Okay, so taking inverse off this will kind of be a pain in the ass because the view up will be right there. So I think we might have to work with a late entry maybe. That is super annoying. I mean, it depends on the buying pressure. If you have a lot of buying pressure, it should just go right through it like butter, but you never know. Right now, it's kind of just chopping. Hopefully, we don't go back to chop, guys, because if you do, we're going to be cooked. The thing is, I know that if we catch the right impulse and the right dump, we can definitely catch a very, very nice move very quick. I'm just really worried with the stop loss, bro. I'm really hoping it doesn't get in the way. Because I also don't want to be working with the re-entry. I'm just really worried with these random ass pullbacks. Like they're very aggressive pullbacks. I mean, but it seems like the volume is dying down slowly. So maybe it won't be an issue as we get the entry. See this next candle, what it does. Remember, guys, I'm doing 5 micros for the 50K accounts. 5 micros. If you're on the 25K, do 3. And yeah. Okay, I'm going to try shorts here, guys. I got a 712 fill. So 712. I'm going to be risking 45 points. So I'm going to put my stop loss at 757. I'm really hoping this doesn't get in the way and mess anything up. But yeah, guys, I am in NQ shorts. I forgot to type up my fill. Nice. I got to fill at 712. Let me just retype it real quick, guys. One sec. 712. Type this. There you go. 712. So my stop loss will be at 757. I'm just really hoping it's not going to be too much of a big deal with any pullbacks. So since we're in shorts, buy 5 stop. There you go. I'm just worried. I don't know if buyers are trying to step in here. I saw an impulse, so I figured sellers might want to step in. But I don't know. It's still a little bit choppy, so we'll see. Either way, we have minimal risk behind this trade. I mean, worst case, if anything, if we struggle to kind of break past this inverse, I'll probably scrap this idea and just wait for us to kind of pump up. But if we pump up and we get an inverse off this, I don't know if this VWAP is going to be an issue. For longs. Man, no, this thing still looks a little bit choppy. I was really hoping that the impulse could have worked here. I mean, it kind of still can, but the market is still kind of a little bit indecisive here. Like it's very up, down, up and down. We'll see. Let's see if we can get a breakout back down. Because remember, we still have to take out that London low at 662, but it's still very choppy here. I really, really want to have my stop loss placed up here, guys. Like I'm dying to have it up here, but I just can't. It's gonna be too much. Either way, I'll probably just chop through it. Worst case. Yeah, this thing's very choppy, very indecisive. And I really hope we don't chop it to the stop. That was my one and only fear with this volume. Because we want we want this low down here on both Asia and London, but it's going to be a mission to see if the volume stays like this. That's going to be the problem. There's going to be a lot of fake outs, a lot of false entries and everything. So if anything, if this setup doesn't work, I'll probably skip out on the re-entry. If it doesn't work, keyword if it doesn't work, and maybe just wait for a reversal throughout the day if we get one, and maybe just work with this up here into all-time highs. Because yeah, look, you guys see what I mean? Like we got the impulse here. We saw a little bit of green on it, but it just didn't hold because obviously it's a little bit choppy, a little bit indecisive. Yeah, no, guys, I got stopped out. Minimal risk, so nothing crazy. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna wait maybe for longs to play out. This shorts, yeah, we're probably gonna see 662, but I'm not super in love with this with the volume down here. I mean, the volume is good, just the momentum is very off. So if anything, we can maybe just wait for a pump if we get it above 778, and maybe just get that. I'm not too mad about it though. I mean, at least we risked really good here, so we have room for one more trade with the 5 micros. So very minimal risk. The thing is okay. If we're gonna pump up like this through this inverse and not hold it, we could just scrap this idea and just not look for shorts at all. And I don't know about this VWAP up here. Maybe it averages out as we get more and more candles and we approach this long entry here. But that's if we hold above 778. Like I said, I don't know if I want to work with a re-entry here. We could probably see 662, but is the re-entry going to be worth taking, especially with this chop? Who knows? You know what I mean? I'm going to give it a few more minutes. Let's see what we do. Maybe if we want to react lower, sure, maybe we risk a re-entry. But if the momentum stays up like this, not really too worth it in my opinion. But I don't see really good risk behind this trade. I'm not too mad about it at all. So we have room for one more. So we can definitely make it back, especially with this volume. If we catch the right move, we can make it back and more. We just got to catch the right momentum push here. Just the market is very, very choppy around this area. I was really hoping that's the impulse here. I mean, we got the breakout. We saw green on the trade for a little bit, but it's still chopping. I'm just worried that we go back down. We hit the re-entry area and then it works out again. because I'm gonna get a little bit of FOMO. Now I'm gonna want to re-enter because there's technically still bearish from the DOC up here and the DOC reaction here, as you can see right here. All below this we're bearish. I just don't. This momentum just makes it so much harder. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes to see though what we do. So yeah, with this trade, I got stopped out for 45 points. Yeah, 45 points exactly. I just don't know if I want to work with re. I kind of really don't want. Not that the reentry is bad or anything. I mean, like I said, I'm pretty confident we can probably see this London low down here get taken out. It's more of the fact that if we enter here, we're still going to be trading inside of this choppy range, and we're probably going to have the same outcome happen as to just what just happened like 2 minutes ago. You know what I mean? But it's going to be a little bit tempting because we I mean, if we're right next to that London low, it's going to be like the trade from Thursday where we knew we were going to go down. We got stopped out the first time, we re-entered, and then we hit it. You know what I mean? I just don't want to have to work with that again. So like I said, maybe a few more minutes might give us the answer that we want to see. Because then we're just sitting here. And if we chop in this area, then shorts are kind of screwed. I really don't want to have to work with re-entry. Like I said, I'm sure we see lower into 662. It's just this momentum, bro. I don't want to be stuck in a trade where it just goes up, down, and then eventually it's a low. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm sure we're gonna see. I mean, there's no reason why we check out the highs, we dump down like crazy, and then we go near the London and we don't take it out. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't make sense. But I'm kind of hoping we can just pump here so we don't have to worry about shorts anymore, and then we just look to take longs, maybe I'll inverse here into the high of day. I mean, into all-time highs. That can also be a very good setup. But we're kind of just stuck in the middle. Like, we're just sandwiched in between two really good setups, just no momentum. Which we can get, by the way, because once again, we have volume, which is the part that I'm worried about, because what if we just spike down here? The momentum could be good, and we just instantly see the price target, or the momentum could be bad, and we just get chopped out. I just don't want our last trade of the day to just get chopped out again, you know, at the same entry point. We're getting a spike again. I mean, as long as we get buyer exhaustion, I'm sure we can see lower. Because right now, what's happening is, guys, obviously, you guys are seeing buyers, and every week and every candle wick, but we keep trying to go lower. So eventually, the buying pressure is gonna die down to the point where we have no more buyers, and we just flush down the same way we flush down right here. Thing is how do we catch it? You know what I mean? Because the entry is right there, the pressure is right there, so we have to catch it right in time. You know, I just don't want to get chopped out. Yeah, look, we're getting another impulse. So it's going to be very tempting to take shorts. I probably will, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, it's a setup that we have right now. We're bearish, inverse, selling pressure, room for lower. It's just that momentum. I don't like it too much. If the volume is there, I mean, we can see it. So we're going to candle flip here. I mean, the candle's kind of red. I mean, kind of little. So a flip probably won't mean much, but... yeah, we're getting a nice impulse here. I'm just really hoping that if we re-enter shorts, there's just no buyers in sight. Because the setup isn't the problem, it's the momentum. We keep trying to go down and buyers keep bringing it up just randomly. Into nothing, by the way. See if we can get it again. It'll be the same sizing, by the way, guys, if I do re-enter. It'll be 5 micros. Okay, I'm going to try it one more time, guys. I got to fill at 711 this time. So 45 points. My stop loss will be at 757 pretty much. Again, 25, 757. Really hoping this is the shorts that we want to catch and we just don't get chopped out again. Because if we do, I'm probably just going to call it a day. I'm just going to retry it one more time, guys. Same stop loss, 757. I'm just really, really hoping we don't chop out again. Because like I said, I'm really confident in the shorts. The setup is not the problem. The price targets aren't the problem. It's the momentum. It's like we're trying to grind down. And ES wants lower as well. It's breaking past the lows and everything. So I'm sure we can see lower. I'm just scared of getting chopped out. But we're going to find out. Let's see. I mean, if we can break past this low, we should be good. I mean... Okay. Look at that, bro. Like, what is this, bro? What? Bro, guys. Bro. Yeah, no, bro. I'm getting off this market, bro. Bro, and watch it play out now, bro. Yeah, no, guys. No, I'm off this, bro. I'm off this, guys. Yeah. No, guys. I'm off this today, bro. It's such a good setup, but like I said, the momentum is just too up and down, bro. You can't trade this. Yeah, guys, this is just too choppy, bro. This even if you're right on the setup, it's just way too choppy, guys. I can't really trade this. Like I can't work with it. Like I said, I'm gonna be strict on the 0 for 2 rule. So like where's this volume coming from? You guys see what I mean? Definitely not worth it. We'll probably just come back tomorrow. Yeah, it's just way too choppy, bro. I cannot work with this, guys. Once again, my bad. Obviously, like I said, the setup is not the problem. It's just the market's just too... Look at the 1 minute. It's too up and down. And then I would love to take the longs, but once again, I'm kind of done for the day. Over 2 and I'm done. Just sucks how we kind of got stuck up with the chop. David, look, I know about the 15-minute. Like I said, most of the 15-minute already got filled, so the 15-minute is not the problem because I'm trying to target the low inside of the 15-minute. But no, like I said, no matter if you take longs or shorts, there's not much you can really work with here. The market's just very up and down. No. What I mean, look, I know that we still have the 15-minute. What I said is most of the 15-minute got filled. So what I'm trying to target is the drawn liquidity in the 15-minute. But I mean, if the market wants to chop here, I mean, there's not much I can really tell you guys as to what it's going to do. Because, I mean, I can't tell you guys it's going to go up because the market's going up and down, you know? Rough day, yeah. I mean, a little bit unfortunate, but there's not much we can really do here. We had the setup, but I don't know if later on today we inverse this, but either way, I'm not going to take it. How did it get filled? Like, bro, what I mean is like most of the gap like already got filled. Like there's no imbalance here until here. Like this is the final imbalance here, right here. So I'm trying to target this drawn liquidity. So if we're below the most recent level of liquidity taken out at 778, I'm bearish until we take out the nearest liquidity at the London low, which is one of the strongest ones nearby because obviously we dumped and pumped. So I'm trying to trade into that off that inverse. And like I said, we'll probably see it. It's just that the market is just way too choppy here. So no matter what you try, it's not going to work.
Yeah, I don't want to overdo it today. Like I'm probably gonna be done for the day. Just take my own. Wow, bro.
David, fan meeting. I mean, I'm not gonna trade anymore. I already went 0 for 2.
Bad, dude. This thing is way too choppy, bro. I cannot work with this.
Once again, my fault, guys. You know, like I said, we had the confirmations and the setup and everything. It's just this momentum is just so freaking off. I wish we would have caught something here, like with this type of movement, but right here. And like I said, we're probably gonna take out that London low. Like I said, we're pretty bearish. We're right around the corner with that London low. It's gonna be such a pain in the ass to take a trade from, obviously with this. So I'm not even gonna bother with it. But yeah, guys, I'm probably gonna. I mean, I'm probably just gonna get off. I mean, there's not much I can really do here. It's just chop. So then we come back later or come back tomorrow. And what a day. Yeah, bro. Choppy ass day. We finally get movement. And then when we get the setup, more chop. Oh, man. But yeah. I mean, we can make it back. It's not a big deal. We just need a better market tomorrow. David living in our bodies with that $1,000 daily loss limit? Well, no, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Even if I was sizing full, I'll probably just call it here with this chop. But yeah, I guess we'll come back later then. All right, guys. Maybe during Asia or maybe tomorrow. All right. What do we do for PMI? PMI doesn't really move since it's a third-party PMI. So I'll probably just pump the market a little bit, pump and dump, and that's it. But dude, bro, I'm gonna, guys. Like I said, I already know this market, dude. We're probably gonna dump, like in this candle right here, probably gonna dump down into the 662s. I don't even want to look at it, bro. I don't even want to watch it, bro. The setup was there. It's just this momentum is so bad, bro. Of course, it happens as we enter, bro. Watch the sell off as we. I know it's gonna happen, bro. When is PMI? Tomorrow at 10. Tomorrow at 10. But yeah, guys, I guess I'm gonna get off and we'll come back later during Asia, if anything, or maybe not. Maybe nah, I'm gonna be busy later today. We'll just come back tomorrow. Not the best way to start the week, but honestly, we managed the risk pretty well, to be honest. So I'm not too mad about that. I'm sure we can make it back. We just need a way better market tomorrow. Hopefully, we get a very clean open. We have PMI to look for to tomorrow, so hopefully that pumps the markets. But yeah, we can make. No, yeah, no, for sure. It's just, bro. Lately, the markets have been rough, bro, as well. Like last week as well. Can't wait for us to get a clean market again, bro. But yeah, guys. Other than that, I'm gonna get off, and I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. And if I see there's something there in Asia, then sure, but maybe not. I don't really like trading Asia too much. but yeah, guys, I'll see you guys then. All right. We had a good talk today. We had, answer some questions, but dude, this market is so freaking rough, bro. I do not like it, man. But yeah, guys. Other than that, I'll see you guys. What's it called? And then look. The volume is picking up literally as we're getting off. Like I said, I'm pretty confident we're probably gonna see 662. But yeah, I don't even want to look at it because I know I'm gonna get FOMO. I just wonder why the volume is so like active right now. Like it's very like it's like an on and off switch. The volume turns on, then it chops, then turns on, then it chops. But yeah, other than that, guys, I mean, I'm just gonna get off. I mean, there's no point in watching the market anymore since we're already done. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow or maybe Asia later. Maybe tomorrow. All right, guys, I'll see you guys then. All right, guys, peace, guys, peace. And YouTube, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Honestly, not the best day ever. We did manage our risk really good. We're not down too much, but we can make it back tomorrow. We just need a way better market. Obviously, like I said, we had a very good setup today. Just not the best price delivery to really make up for the setup. So a little bit unfortunate. All right, guys. But other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys.